Welcome everybody to our latest session of Scarlet Citadel Old School Rules. So as usual, I'll do a quick recap and then we will get started. So group, you'll probably recall last session when we first started out, you guys were actually on the outskirts of the Scarlet Citadel itself. You had arrived there and then your friend Grax had rejoined you and you guys decided to enter into the catacombs or the ruins, I should say, of the Scarlet Citadel. As you made your way down, you scanned around, seeing if anything had changed. Most things looked basically how you had left them since the previous time you had arrived. However, you did notice that the table was moved back and that the door that you had previously barred was sort of open, or not open, but unbarred, I should say. You guys decided to make your way that way and open the door and quickly found yourself in combat with some skeletons. There were also bodies sort of lying on the ground there up against the door. And you guys engaged the skeletons in combat, turning some of them, fighting some of the rest of them, and then pushed on. As you guys did so, after defeating those opponents, you sort of scanned around a little bit in that area and then pushed more towards the center where there was the shaft leading down. You guys did sort of check that out. I believe somebody dropped something down there trying to gauge how far down it went. And as doing so, Elroy looking down, he noticed this very large bat-like creature beginning to climb the shaft and climbing up towards the group. He backed away, as did the rest of the group, getting prepared once he announced what he had seen. And bursting forth from that shaft, instead of being this giant bat, was a swarm of bats. The swarm of bats sort of overcame the area here, flooding around, biting, nipping at the team members as you guys push back, trying to get into the previous room with the hope of closing the door there and sealing those bats off. You guys did manage to do that with some of the bats sealed off once the door was closed. Many of them that remained here went up and out of the doorway, or out of the stairway. The rest of them stayed in the room, and you guys aren't sure exactly what their fate was from there. Maybe they went back down the shaft or they went somewhere else. With that complete, you guys continued traveling to the north from that location and heard some different sounds. Primarily noticed that there were these skeletons in a sealed room that you had been in before, but it wasn't sealed. There were now gates actually lowered that were blocking passage. So with this noticed, you guys saw that the skeletons didn't seem to have any way of getting out. They couldn't really hurt you. They did stretch forth trying to grab you, but were unsuccessful in doing so, so you just avoided them. However, as you continue making your way to the north and then turn the corner, you found yourself being attacked from the rear by approaching opponents. This was some skeletons and what turned out to be two shadows essentially sitting on top of one another and striking out at the group. This seemed to be an insurmountable challenge, and early on there was some discussion about should the group flee, what exactly was going to occur here, but eventually the group decided to fight this out and see if they could overcome the challenge, and were able to do so after suffering a significant amount of wounds, strength drain, all that fun stuff that goes along with fighting shadows. So the group is quite depleted after that encounter, but has defeated these opponents and then made their way down to the room with the statue of the boat rider or the canoeman, and found the corpse of Ushlux there, as some of the group members had speculated that the second shadow might be Ushlux himself, and it turned out that that seemed to be the case. So as the group returned, checked his body, took some equipment off of him, and also took a key from him, the group then made their way back to the room they had fought the undead and the shadow in, the one with the pool and the sort of diving board off the side, or more or less waterboarding board. The group used the key, was able to open the door and take a peek in, thinking this was perhaps Ushluck's quarters, but instead found a narrow hallway that led to a spiral staircase that led down. Deciding they did not want to go down from that point, the group came back out, closed the door, and were looking to sort of just rest up here a bit before deciding what to do next. So group, that's my quick recap. Is there anything I missed anybody would like to add?
I think that covers it.
Yeah, I think that's good. And then when we get started, each time I forgot to talk about it, but just, we should do just a script update before we get started. So nothing big this week. Just I did provide a separate declare script just in case we start running into the issues we had previously. And so I'll let you know how to set it up if we start having problems.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, and probably also a good reminder at this point to go ahead and initialize all those scripts. I know we want to do that basically once each session. So if everybody wants to take a moment to just open each of those in the database section, just so those are all initialized, then we should have smooth sailing moving forward.
Awesome.
All right, excellent, team. So let's get you guys over to the map where we left off then and get right back into it.
Huddled into the corner, I see.
And we had a general idea that the strength was going to come back in like an hour or so, maybe, right?
Yes, you guys each rolled your own. I think the highest person was right about an hour. Yeah, I think the highest person was exactly an hour. So you would assume you got about 40 minutes or so left before that would be complete.
Okay. Well, who's still wounded?
I don't think anybody was.
Slightly a little bit. Vether is not looking fully green.
Yeah, how you doing, Vether?
Yeah, I'm wounded. I'm 4 down.
4.
Off of 15.
Grex has got one heal left.
Yeah, I've got one also. It's with a command, so it could be used in combat. Do we want to try to rest inside here? Because I think we need spells back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if there were a room that we had a key that we could lock and there was no other way in.
Oh, okay.
It's not a
stay right here.
and not a cell. Then maybe, we'd think about it like the, whatever the jailer's room or something like that. That's the only place that I think is even viable.
Do you want to go check it out? I mean,
the question is, are the random counters in here better or worse than the random encounters, out in the forest?
Well, I'm not seeing so many tracks down here that I think that this is a really active area. I think. Yeah.
And that's, although it was the place where we didn't see the tracks was going out of here. I don't know about in here. And it does worry me. It looks like he was killed in the near old room.
Yeah, maybe he did something in that room to ruin the barrier.
And refresh my memory, Adam. There were 2 shadows, one that looked like Ushlex and one that did not. The one that did not necessarily look like a gnome. That looked like the other shadow that we had encountered. Is that correct?
Correct, yes. You sort of recognize the shadow of Ushlex. Maybe this is because of how recently that shadow was created. The other one was strictly just a black sort of sheet, kind of no discerning features.
Okay. And in any case, the gnome was already undead anyway, so...
Well, the gnome was killed by the skeletons and then apparently raised.
Also, the gnome is a gnome, and those of you that are familiar with undead creatures may know that only humans can become shadows.
Right.
So only if they die by sprint drain.
Right.
Now the barrier, so the room after the boatman, the one that I almost died in, the last time I almost died, where we had to kind of like the mausoleum is what I'm talking about. We haven't checked out the mausoleum, and the creatures that were in the mausoleum, I think, are out now. So, and we've destroyed them, or
yeah. And so the question would be, is there what's the risk reward for going and resting and then coming back in and going through that area versus going through it right now with one curing spell.
I have one too.
Okay, so we've got 2, and then we've got, 4 potions? Is that right?
Correct. 2 are healing, 2 are diluted healing. And are you out of spells also?
Out of cleric spells, yes.
Okay.
But if you need me to make any of the undead sleepy, then I can waste my time doing that.
So
turn them.
Well, I mean, we only need 4 hours of rest.
So it's a group vote, though. Who wants to go to the mausoleum, see if we can find the dagger, and blah blah blah, and then go rest, or who wants to go rest now?
I want to wait an hour before we decide because we don't have our strength.
To rest now.
Yeah, I assume we're not going anywhere until we get our strength back. But
I think we should rest before going on.
Okay, so you want to go to the mausoleum, Grax?
I'm good with whatever the party decides. Both courses of action have pluses and minuses, and Grax is willing to go wherever.
Okay, Veether?
He's good.
Yeah, I would prefer that we do our resting before we explore the mausoleum.
Now, what if we were able to cure you?
I would still prefer that we do our resting. If we're gonna do it in any particular order, I would prefer we go into the mausoleum with full spells.
At
least full strength.
Yeah.
We're
talking about 4 hours shadows. Then.
Yeah. And so a 4-hour rest outside, it's just usually there's a reasonable chance of encounter as we walk outside.
Have we had an encounter down here that's random?
Yeah, I don't know why we would go outside. I mean, why is there an assumption that if we try to rest and we take watches, that maybe going to be ambushed by something?
Yeah, so maybe go to the jailer's room, bar the door somehow and rest there.
Yep, and we're not gonna leave ourselves unaware. We'll keep watch.
Okay. All right. So is everybody good with that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's do it. But in the meantime, we're gonna huddle for an hour here. Door is locked.
Yeah. And who has the key to that door?
Grax does.
Okay.
I've got Schlack's key and I've got his mace.
Okay. Yeah, we should test the mace and the. I'll test the armor as soon as we get to the other room. See if it resizes. I don't know. But right now we're waiting another 45 minutes or so, or we're waiting until everybody feels better before we move out. Correct?
I'm fine if I'm because I'm the long pull in the tent on the strength thing. But I could probably drag myself around at an 18 strength, and we could move quicker.
Okay. Well, somebody say the word. I guess I'm still at point.
Oh. All right, Grax is heading out.
Let me shield up. Hang on.
All right. I say bird.
We'll just go down to
take
the
point, man.
room. All right.
I'll take inverse.
I'll go over here and let you go by.
Yeah, it just feels weird. Somebody else doing it.
And I
don't want you to take all the risk.
Adam will move Elamar with us later.
Is there any reason not to kill this guy, the skeleton?
No.
It just
maybe in the room.
Once we've rested, I guess. Not sure who controls those gates, but something tells me we're going to get to play with them soon anyway. And it's probably better, we turn them and then kill them.
Any bats?
Later.
Okay, so you make your way towards this room and heading back towards the entrance, spotting only what you've seen so far. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Now, how did we shut that door? Did we spike it or?
Spikes have not been deployed.
Okay. I guess I'm going to listen at the door once everybody stops moving. And I'll ask Grax to do the same since Grax has great hearing.
All right, so listening by the door. Elroy and Grax, you both listen carefully by the door here, but it is silent.
Yeah, big surprise. No noise.
All right.
Not even the rustle of bat wings.
Okay, so are we ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, doesn't look like great positioning. All right, I'll open the door.
Okay, feel free to click and open the door.
Are there zombies there?
There are bodies lying
There
on
are.
the ground here, which you recall as being essentially body parts. These were what were on the hooks previously. The hooks in the room at the moment have nothing on them. But yes, these bodies do still lie on the floor here, much like they were last time you were here.
We should burn them.
We just walked over them previously.
Yeah, all right. I'll walk over them. Do they move?
They do not.
Whew. Is there any, are there any bats in here or anything else moving?
Looking around the room, you spot no bats.
Wish we could cover that hole up with something.
I mean, we could pull the table in from the other room. Put body parts on top of it.
Whole thing.
Let's not throw something down there.
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't even know who
Right,
would.
Grax, as you step up near the hole, I'm going to ask everybody to pause where they're at for the moment. As you notice, as you move your way, the sound of the group moving with this large sound as the metal is clanging around this area, echoing out down the shaft. As you approach right next to the shaft, you notice a sudden motion of movement as this large bat-like creature bursts forth from the shaft, and you find yourself in this encounter. So, team, yeah, let's go ahead and get things started up here.
There it is.
Okay, do I have the magic sword back or not?
So, well, first of all, this is one scenario. This doesn't happen very often where surprise might actually occur. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that out.
Oh,
so it's been a while since I've done that. Yeah, go ahead.
Ranger should help.
Oh, yes. Yep. If that's what you're saying. Yes, it definitely will. I'm going to make sure I'm doing this correct again. So PC surprise chance. This is the low value because Ranger.
We don't really have a Ranger. He's not here.
I'm here. I'm a ranger.
Elroy's a Ranger as well.
Oh, we got two Rangers. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and if I remember correctly, is it 17 for Ranger or less?
Yes. 17.
17. Okay, then monster surprise chance. It's the default unless they have some special ability. Let me double check the sheet. Okay, no special bonuses to surprise, so I keep it on the default 33. And I'm hitting submit. PC surprise others 0. Monster surprise others 0. Okay, perfect. So neither side is surprise, which is nice and easy. So we rule that out, and then we start our initiative tracker. Okay, perfect. So I would argue because of how close this creature is, and let me know if you guys have some reason for disagreeing, but I think all of you guys right here, so everybody except for Locke and Elamar, you would immediately be in melee.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. If he
wants this smoke, yes.
If he stopped flying, like if he went up there and he landed, then everybody there can be in melee. If he's flying, then he's flying through the area.
He's I'm going to call it hovering, so he's not sitting on the ground. He's like at the 5 foot in the air mark, hovering as he's going right towards Grax to bite him.
Okay. Yeah.
Is he large size?
He is large size. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole maneuverability class on flying is like a whole set of stuff that you probably don't want to get into right now. But
yeah,
I'm gonna say,
assuming he's capable enough to hover, but he's not going to be doing crazy aerial acrobatics and stuff.
Can I yell something?
Yeah,
Sure.
usually.
I'm gonna yell, somebody throw oil on it.
Yeah. All right, and then Adam, it looks like the ITP is paused right now. Just looking at the icon. Yeah, there you go. Right.
Oh yeah, I usually don't hit that until we have all declared and stuff going.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's good. All right, so we're declaring.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, do I have the +1 broadsword, or is that on Elamar?
I believe you left it with Elamar, right? Because he was the one attacking the shadow?
Yep. I need to add something on my... well, all right, that's good enough.
I'm going to try to hit him with my hand first, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to pull out that mace and give it a shot.
Now I'm seeing that he's not like a big black bat. He's a big white one. Is that right?
He is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him straight up an albino bat, but yes, he does have sort of whitish fur. I would say probably the most discerning thing you notice in this quick second as this is happening is piercing reddish eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Not looking at those.
That's not good.
First edition, where if you don't declare it, then weird things can happen because you didn't say you weren't doing it, right?
Right.
All right, so it looks like we've got everybody to declare. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Who's rolling?
Grax, why don't you roll?
Yeah.
All right. Where do I find that then? I've never
Player
done it
menu.
yet.
At the top.
On my sure.
Player menu at the top. So if you click on player menu in the lower left, and then you click on at the top.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Gotcha.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where's he been this whole time?
Yeah.
Waiting his turn.
All right. So
Dwarves are patient.
All right, so we've got that going. Elamar is going to enter into melee, so he's going to move forward into melee. And then we've got Locke's turn.
All right. So here is Locke. There. There. And there. Oh. Let me just check the range because I may have the range wrong on my sheet. 10. Yeah, so it's the reason why it's complaining is it wants the center, but that's not how it works. So I'm just gonna move myself up one, and I believe this should be within 20. So I'll do this, and then I'll do the attack.
So now, because this is already in melee, do you run the risk of hitting one of your allies?
Normally I would, but because he's large, I don't.
Oh, okay, nice.
Wow.
So there we go.
So what kind of flask is this?
It's a flask of oil.
Flask of oil. Okay, so no damage, but the presumption here is the flask has now shattered and oil is on the creature's body.
Normally that would be the case, but I rolled a 20 on the save for the flask.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Which
you can
means
see
it didn't shatter. It just kind of rolls off his back and rolls on the ground.
Yep.
I imagine it probably hits the shaft, and you just hear clink, 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 clinking as it's going all the way down in a very durable flask.
I mean, you could treat it like a grenade, and I could roll a D8 here, and about where it shows up. In a 1. Why don't you guys? I'll EOT, and I'll tell you where it ends up. So here we go. EOT.
All right, Grax, go ahead and take your turn.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, Warhammer.
You smash off this giant bat, but yeah, a little too quick for you here, Grax.
Nimble thing, EOT.
Okay, Veether.
Wow.
Veether also misses. Elroy.
All right.
Ninja bat.
Here we go. Well,
no, I rolled a 3.
He's going to remain missed at this point.
I rolled a 2.
Whoa.
All right, you manage to stab out with your spear here, Elroy. You do catch it in its body, causing a wound there.
Cool. And then I need EOT.
Okay, the creature decides to attack Veether.
Jerk.
All right, Veether, you notice as the creature lurches forward, trying to bite into you, but is not able to connect. And we're back to declare.
All right. It landed on the northwest square. So this square right here. Now, if it, Adam, if everything is sort of slopes down, you can give it a chance to, fall in the hole or what, or whatever you want to do with that.
Fair enough. All right, so yeah, we'll say for now that's where it's at, but yes, it does. It's kind of rolling towards the middle of the shaft very slowly.
All right. Elmar grab. Oh no, Elmar has the sword.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So somebody else grab it.
Yeah. After the fight.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so that is everyone. Here comes initiative.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's me.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Okay, but the bat is faster. Being a natural attacker and all. And he goes after Elamar.
Yeah. I'm actually faster than him. I don't know what happened there. So.
Are you throwing something?
Well, I'm shooting my bow.
Oh, okay.
So
Should
missile
that
weapon
be faster than just a natural attack?
Yeah, it's faster than a melee.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, okay, thanks. All right, here we go. And here and here.
Whoa!
All right, firing off a couple of quick shots. Those arrows do indeed penetrate into the giant bat's body, wounding it. You can see that it is injured from this effort. And I'll just go, yep, there we go. All right, and then the giant bat is going to attempt to attack Elamar. Manages to hit him hard, and you notice that as he does, and he rips blood out of Elamar's body, the blood seems to be imbuing the bat, who looks refreshed.
No!
Vampire bat.
Yeah.
Grax.
It is acting like a living creature, right?
As far as what you know that means, yes.
Breathing.
Man, that's the second crappy roll I got tonight.
It is, yes.
You're rolling great on initiative, so
I'll take that. Yeah.
No!
Broadsword, but misses.
No.
I won. Now wait. Are these guys surrounding it in somehow?
Because it's large size, can they surround it?
Oh, yeah.
And because it's flying up kind of in the air a bit,
Yeah, I think you can manage it. They can't get behind it if it's flying around.
Nice. All right. So both Vether and Elroy, you managed to slash and stab into the creature, wounding it, and we are back to declare.
Oh, wow. Vether, good job.
Yeah, we're moving much faster pace. I think everybody's learning the system now.
Yeah. All right, declare.
We won't tell that to Victor, though, because if we say, hey, everything ran real smoothly when you weren't here, he might get a complex.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep saying weapon data missing error.
I've done that a couple of times, but yeah, it's usually quick enough to just redeclare it.
Yeah, and if you're running into it a lot, so here's the way to get around it. If you click on collections in the upper right, you'll see there is a sort of declare menu fast, and you can click that in bar.
Gotcha.
But if you use that, you need to just let the GM know that you've used it, because it's not going to track your weapon speed correctly, right? So
yeah, it finally went through,
which is fine.
We got initiative.
Yeah, we got again. Grax is going to roll from now on. He's our initiative guy. So,
all right.
Ooh, this time both shots miss.
Yeah, figured that was coming up.
Eye the tiger, Grax.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Pick the wrong button there.
No.
Wow, man, my rolls. I'm too worried about going quick.
That's a 2-2-3. Yeah.
Not a good day.
Oh no! The player
back.
who's not here kills the giant vampire bat. So as Elamar stabs into the giant vampire's bat body, you see it is stabbed badly, bleeds profusely, hits the ground, twitches a bit as those wings just kind of flap around, and then becomes still.
Let it fall in. Okay, yeah.
It is lying near the side of it, so you could certainly push it in, but it is no risk of falling in.
Okay, good.
All right, guys, you have successfully defeated this battle. Let's get out of this battle music, and we'll go ahead and reset the initiative here.
I guess we'll be waiting 10 minutes.
I'll grab my flask before it rolls in.
I'll inspect the body.
Okay.
Sure. So inspect the body, looking to see if there is anything of interest on it.
Sure. And if it has any like tattoos or chains or scars or.
Okay, so I think we'll do this as a check. So let's see, senses menu. Guess we'll call this a search check.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Elroy, you don't notice anything on the beast. It doesn't have anything that would imply some level of intelligence to it, like clothing or containers or anything like that. You don't spot any tattoos. It just seems to be an overgrown bat, and noticing the fact that it could hit pretty hard and drain blood from its target, you assume there is some kind of vampiric nature to this bat.
Okay.
I'll go up and I'll specifically check through the hair around its neck, just to see whether it's wearing some type of necklace or amulet. And I assume that it has just does it have digits at the end of the wings? It doesn't look like it has arms at all.
It does not have arms. Its arms essentially turn into the wings, and you can see the digits as far as stretching out to the lengths and the edge of the wings themselves. But it does not have its own independent hands or fingers.
Okay. So just checking specifically for a necklace or some type of thing buried in the fur.
Yeah, so
I'm going to cut the head off.
Pulling that back, and you don't notice anything around its neck lock.
Okay.
I'm going to cut the head off while it's laying here, and I just got the sword back from Elamir. Even though he did get the killing blow with it.
And I'll pull the only major wound.
Yeah, I'll pull back really quickly when he starts to do that, and I'll give him the stink eye. Like, don't get this thing's blood on me. Ew.
Yeah, I'm going to be careful.
Elamar's broadsword has been removed from his sheath.
Okay.
He's also going to make his way back here a bit because he's quite wounded at this point.
Well, let's get to the jailer room and then kill him.
Did I successfully cut the head off the bat? I don't want to drop the head down the pit or anything like that. Just remove it.
You're using the broadsword to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, takes you like 3 or 4 slices, but you managed to do so. Yeah, Vither, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Will you always NPC a person that's not present, or is this a special case?
Generally they leave and they kind of hang out upstairs, away from it. But because you guys are right in the middle of things, until you get to an area of safety, I would run them. So, for example, now that you're getting into the jailer's room, if you guys rest here and then decide to move on, Elamar will decide to hang here in the jailer's room.
Yeah. So, Elroy, let's get.
Is the door open to the... It looks like the door's open to the jailer room. Is that correct?
It is.
If that stinky white is put all over the floors is cleaned up.
Does it look like it's any different than the last time we were here?
Slightly, yes. You notice that the furs seem to be a bit cleaner, perhaps. It looks like somebody's maybe spent some effort here trying to smooth them out, shake them out. You don't notice the infestation of bugs that was on them previously when you were here.
Wow.
Somebody
clean this place up, guys.
Cracks.
Yeah.
You
can't bring ladies to the crib and handle them.
Not cracks.
Lice infected furs.
Before everybody goes stomping in the room, Elroy tracks.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. And that is special abilities. Find tracks. Typical surface is stone floor.
Stone, yeah.
Unable to find any tracks.
And just in case, I think if I'm able, can I drag this bat creature to the side, like right here?
You could. I mean, certainly take some effort. This guy's probably a good 350, 400 pounds.
Yeah,
so
I should be
certainly drag it. Just take some effort. Okay. Yeah, you want to put him like over there?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, yeah, you managed to do so.
Just don't want to accidentally like rip into the hole.
Of course, he currently does not have a head, but I don't have a great way of representing that on screen, but we'll remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, were you doing anything special with that head, Elroy, or is the assumption you decapitated and just separated head from body and left the head in the room?
It's just a good policy. Yeah, I didn't really... I mean, so it doesn't seem like if I decapitated it, there would be anything to grab it by. Like, are there big ears, or...
There's got to be ears.
Yeah, it has ears. You could grab it by the body. There's plenty of ways you could grab it.
You do see Locke sort of point at some of the hooks, shrugs.
All right, I like it. While he's dragging the body, if I can put the thing on a hook, I'll do it.
So you basically want to try to lift the body and then get it into the meat?
No, the head. He's dragging the body to the corner.
Gotcha. Okay, just the head? Yeah, that's easy to do. So you position it on one of those hooks, and yeah, it squelches on.
Okay. All right. So after 10 minutes, Elmar is going to get a hit point back. I don't know if anybody else is wounded. Should I close and lock or close the store, guys?
I'm just. It looks like somebody cleaned up in here. Is there? Does it look like someone actually slept in here?
I mean, typically, I'm not sure the easiest way you'd have of knowing that, but I think as you look around, that thought definitely crosses your mind. Like, it's possible.
So I'll ask Elamar to look for tracks as well, and just inspect the bed to see if it looks like someone smaller has stayed here. I'm hoping it's Ushlex, decided to take up residence after the jailer was killed. But I'm just looking for, like candy wrappers and, cigarette butts that, Ushlex's brand.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so as Elamar looks around here and you see him looking at the furs very carefully, he kind of gets down on the side, cocks his head, looks around, he tells you that someone did indeed sleep here in the furs. If he had to guess, being that primarily the only people you have seen here has been the jailer, the red orc, and then Ushlux, as far as like individuals you think would need to sleep, he's guessing that Ushlux did indeed sleep here for a period of time.
All right. I'll pull up the gray hair that, look, a gray beard hair. All right. Well, either way. Is there a lock on the door or a bar?
There is a bar.
All right.
So you want me
Okay.
to close it
Yeah.
and bar the door?
Okay, so we will assume the
Want me to
bar
heal
is
it?
down.
I'll
heal
go ahead and
Elamar?
douse the torch since we want to save our torches.
Yeah.
And how
so-
do we want to? Do we want to do watches? Anybody who doesn't need spells? Oh, we've got 2 cures left. We need to cast them
that's
before we rest.
the issue is, so we're not going to gain any hit points here. Vether is down 4, right? Vether did not get hit otherwise, and Elamar is down like 12. So,
But if Elamar's not coming with us,
I know that's the issue. If Elamar were coming with us, we'd blow both spells probably on him, and then waste and then cast one before we go on Vether. But I think in this case, cast one on Vether, see if that gets him good. So,
All right. I'll
Correct.
start because mine's not a combat spell. Yeah.
nice.
It was a big one.
Thank you.
Moradin
You're
loves
welcome.
you, man.
and so then
He
Elroy
does.
probably makes sense
It's the
to
beard.
get Elamar.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
Did it add my level? Yeah, it did. Wow. Not feeling the love, man.
Did it add all your level?
It added 1. So I rolled 2 2s, and then it added 1.
That's good. Well, I mean,
Paylor has not forsaken me, but it's close. All right, so how do we want to do watches? I guess while we're doing all this stuff, does the chainmail resize, and does magical armor resize? Because I'll try it on.
The chainmail, meaning the chainmail from Ushlux,
Yes, correct.
it does not resize.
Okay.
Does anybody have a detect magic for this mace or?
no. Let's assume that it is for now. And so, if you, so here's the thing. Like normally, when we find magic items, if we don't use them and we get back to town, we have a chance to sell them, and whatever we sell them for, the entire party gets the XP for that. So that's a very important, sort of game mechanic. That said, it's a mace. You use a mace, and we need magic weapons. So I would say
I also use a mace, but I've claimed the broadsword. I mean, I use the broadsword, so
yeah. And you used that before Elamar did, right?
correct.
Yeah. So
Not very effectively, but
yeah. So then I think it makes sense for Grax. If we fight something, don't hold back. And you use that mace, and you'll get the XP for it. And unless you guys think we should give the mace to someone else.
All right.
I like getting XP as much as the next guy, but having stuff that we can actually use to me to take precedence over XP.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody is actually proficient in the weapon and they don't have a magical weapon and it's magical, I would think that would be a no-brainer.
Yeah. So,
well, Grex can definitely use it. He is proficient in it, and I just got it all plugged in, so I'll probably use it once we're back.
Yeah. And Elroy, you're okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I already claimed the broadsword that I can't use, so no harm in people getting what they can use. So I need to rest to get spells. So how about Elamar and Vither? How do you feel like the three clerics?
I definitely want to take watch. I definitely want to take watch. I do not want to leave myself open to something happening and I'm sitting there sleeping for some dumb reason.
Yeah, we only need 4.5 hours, I think. So
okay. And probably around now my light spell turns off, so
look cool on you though.
Yeah. All right, what? And
all right, so your plan is to recuperate in this room for 4.5 hours. Is that what I heard?
Yeah. 4 hours 45 minutes for me. I think, yeah.
And this counts as a actual sleep for some of you, or you're just all just sort of relaxing?
I think it counts as a sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I heard Vither said he wanted to take watch, so are you guys dividing the watches up then?
Well, for 4 hours, the Ranger, Elamar, and Vither can both stay awake. They slept, last night, so they're not necessarily missing out on anything. And the 3 clerics can get new spells in less than 5 hours if we're still alive.
The one thing I do is, why don't we roll up a one of these skins and put it on the underside of the door so there's no light coming from under the door. So you guys have some light going from the lantern or something.
Well, I figured the only light's from the broadsword.
Okay, that works.
Okay, so it sounds like we are assuming that Elroy and Elamar are both awake and maybe just quietly conversing and keeping their eyes peeled.
Vither and Elamar.
Vither and Elamar. Okay, so the rest of you are sleeping, and then Elamar and Vither are remaining awake.
Yes.
Okay, so Vither, after about an hour or so passing, you notice Elamar, he's kind of holed up in the corner here. He's watching very carefully, but you do hear the sound of scratching at the door.
Okay, I'm not going to wake any of the spellcasters up. I'm going to go here and draw my sword and maintain.
Maintain meaning just listening and like looking in that direction and just being prepared?
Yep, I got the sword ready to hack at whatever comes through if they happen to get through that door.
Fair enough. Yeah, the bar door is down. It looks pretty sturdy. You don't even hear the sound of bashing. It sounds more or less just like scratching. Almost like a slow, lazy scratching. This goes on for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes around that mark, and then it is quiet once again.
Okay.
Okay, that seems to be the only eventful thing that occurs during this rest, so we can assume that those 4 hours and 45 minutes have elapsed, and you guys have recovered what you wanted to recover in that time.
And I will make the rest aware when they're done studying for spells and what have you, of the encounter or whatever that was. What happened?
And so, Elroy, what do you think?
I mean, I'm liking the command spells, and I'm not going to try them in combat anymore. But I like command for two of mine. Do you think there's going to be more shadows?
I don't know. So that's the thing is,
Oh, our strength is back. Yeah.
I think Grax is really the one that gets the best benefit off of like doing stuff like Pro Evil, or those things. On
You want me to take one bless, one protect evil, and then 2 commands for quick heals?
Bless is not that useful, I don't think.
2 pro evils then and 2 command?
Yeah, Pro Evils are pretty good. So it's going to last, what, 6 rounds for Grax?
Yeah.
And Sanctuary, how long is that going to last? Let me do a review spell here. So 10 rounds for me. Oh no, that's I screwed up.
Sanctuary is 2 rounds plus 1 per level, so that would be 4 rounds. I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. So I'm gonna do a light.
I'm really not feeling like darkness makes any sense.
Yeah. It's just so hard to make that work, So I've got 2 commands and a light, and then I'll reinitialize my.
So should I get 3 commands, or I guess 2 commands and a light?
Yeah, I mean, what I like about light is you can attack with it.
Yeah.
If something is away from you.
Okay. All right. So I've got 2 commands and a light. What is okay, and then 2 pro from evils and 2 commands for.
Yeah, cracks. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good to go.
So does Elmar want to lock himself in here?
That's his plan, yes.
I guess he can hold on to the non-magical chainmail then, and so we don't have to be encumbered. Do we want to spread out? Do we want to split the gold, y'all? So
Never
it was all
bad
gold
idea.
pieces, correct?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So why don't we just say that we've split it and.
Okay. All right. Okay, where are we going to next?
I got gold.
Yes.
Mausoleum?
How much?
Let me scroll back and tell you. Hang on. A lot of scrolling back.
So 125 divided by 5.
5.
Yeah.
25
so
each.
5, yeah.
25 each.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah. No. Let's be prepared for zombies when we get the door open.
Oh, right. So you're going to be prepared to turn.
Yeah.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Look at that. Brax.
Yeah.
Brax. Elroy. Brax. Just want to know what's Brax.
What?
Sorry, Vether told us something was scratching on the door.
Yeah, I'll look at the outside of the door. Do I see scratches?
And do you see
Or tracks.
Yeah, I'll check for tracks.
Yeah, feel free to make that roll.
I thought you were saying Grax, not.
Yeah,
So did I.
Stone floor.
Yeah, I did too.
Unable to find tracks on the stone floor.
Okay.
So I'll add this over in Discord as well as a potential enhancement, Dave. But when I rolled it for Elamar, it was really helpful to be able to see exactly what it told him. On the GM side, you don't see that when they roll; it just gives you the number. So I'll throw that in Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a look. Yeah, so it's not. It's whispering it only to the player. Is that right?
Yes. Yep. So I see
Okay,
like the API find tracks base check and find tracks check adjustment, but I don't see
Yeah.
any of the text that goes along with it.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So that should have been whispered to both of you. So that's a mistake. I'll fix it.
Yep. Yeah. No worries. And like I said, I didn't even know that was a thing until I tried it today with Elamar, and I'm like, oh, that's way better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do we want it to go straight down, or do you want to look in the bull room again? I'm not getting near the frog, but
Yeah.
We're gonna go get the dagger now.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
All right.
let's go up and around. I do think we should expect that gate is potentially
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
So
I'm staying as far away from the pit as possible.
yeah, everyone.
What does anybody have a torch or anything lit?
I can light one.
I do. I have to have one. I can't see in the dark.
So you've got a lit torch?
My lamp.
Yeah, he's got a lantern.
So I think we just need to add that because I don't see any icon, right? And it should show like a fire icon, right?
Right. Let me do that.
Yeah.
I can light a torch if I don't and have a torch in one hand and the sword in the other. I can do that. Which means no shield.
Okay. You sure you want to do that? I mean, I don't mind lighting one.
No, we might as well have more flame than less. So, all right. I'm gonna hop over these guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should burn them.
Yeah, I would prefer that too, but I don't know what that would do as far as attracting things inside this place.
Well, if
Yeah.
you put them on a hook, they're not gonna be able to get off the hook, right?
Well, I think they were on the hook previously.
Yeah, I mean, they get animated by something. It'll probably take them off the hook as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I think hooks are piercing.
You guys following me?
Yeah.
Grax is right behind you.
Yeah. Watch out for hungry hippos.
Yeah, I'm gonna, instead of the broadsword being out, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put the shield on. So shield and torch is what I'll have.
Okay.
All right. Am I quiet enough to where if I go to look and see if that gate is locked, that it's going to be any different? Well, I'm just going to go take a look.
I would say with the sound of your companions behind you, you don't think it's going to
Yeah.
be too much.
So it looks like the gate is still down. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
All right.
The skeleton's still there?
I couldn't see him from there, so you might be further down in the room.
Or wandering?
Yeah.
They found a way out.
You guys right with me?
Right behind you. Not close enough to knock you, though.
Do I see that gate is still down also?
You do.
Now we might want more light before we go any further, just in case that shadow's still down there.
Yeah, I gotta reset my vision here. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna see if I can see the skeletons, so I'm gonna go ahead and poke. There they are.
Suckers are hiding.
And as they spot you this time, you see just like before, they just move towards the gate, stretching out, trying to get you, or at least this one does, and obviously cannot reach you.
Is the gate such that I could smack them with something between the bars, or?
Not easily. You could certainly pierce through it quite easily, but trying to do like a smack, you would need a wider berth.
Okay.
Obviously, something that we do will cause that gate to come up.
What about sling bullets? Would they go through?
They certainly could. Yeah, they're small enough.
Anybody want to? Well, sling's piercing, right? Or no, sling is blunt.
Yeah,
Anybody want to blow some ammo?
I don't have a sling.
Picked up Grax has got one, and I just picked up a bunch from what's his name?
Oh,
Bunch of
Flint.
extra ammo.
Did he have a sling on him also, or just bullets?
I didn't need the sling. I think he did. He sling and bullets.
Well, if
he
you
was
didn't
a
take
cleric,
the sling,
not a
I'll
wizard.
take it.
All right. You want his bullets then? I had 10 regular lead ones of my own and 10 silver, but
I don't have a dex. Does anybody else with a dex want to use a sling?
I'm gonna take a.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
There you go.
I get
All right.
Probably that cover.
Lux's
I'm
sling.
gonna shoot at this first one with mine.
So
And
I'm happy to say here, guys, if you're intending to just destroy them with slings, because they're not defending themselves and they're kind of just standing there reaching for you, very easy to destroy them. You also know that these gates, I think you guys tested this already, that you could actually lift these gates. So you could easily recover your ammo as well. So if you're wanting to, I'm happy to say you can destroy both of these without much effort.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay, and is it your intention then to raise the gates and recover your sling bullets?
I don't care about that.
Yeah, no.
Just leave the gates down. Okay.
Did we check behind the boat? We've already searched this room entirely, I think.
Correct.
All right,
Yeah.
so somebody with a better AC, I almost died in that room, and I have memories of it. Who wants to take point?
Grax can. He's got a decent armor class with a shield.
All right.
Sure, we bring up enough torches though.
I know. I'm
Does anybody else want to hold a torch?
not particularly.
Rax, do you want one?
I got my lamp lit now.
I'm happy to, throw flasks at whoever and have them bounce off, though.
Okay, cool. All right.
I want to try out that mace if we see something to hit. Three light sources.
Right behind you.
All right.
All right, so as you get to this area here, I'll ask everybody to pause. So as you step to this point, you notice, Grax, that there are some skeletons in this room. And as you're approaching, their heads are looking in your direction. As you turn the corner, they essentially see you, and you see they begin to move closer.
Try out that mace.
Can we get into the room?
So there, if you want to declare a movement, you might be able to get faster than them. We'll see.
Oh, it's initiative. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just do a declare right now, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, we've got everybody declared. Excellent.
Grax.
Wow.
Luckily,
I-
this one doesn't count. So
Hold on. There it is.
no problem.
All right, so one segment of movement to start. And I believe these guys get 3 squares with a segment. Okay, so that's one segment of movement for them so far.
I'll just hit EOT because I'm not moving until the guys in front of me can move.
Okay, so if I move in past cracks here because there's a guy right in front of him, does that mean that I'm going to get an attack on me?
I don't believe so. You'd essentially be entering melee, but it is going to be pretty tight fit there.
Yeah, that's why I want to get past him, because
so
otherwise...
Meaning you're trying to push past the skeletons, or just past...
I'm trying to push past my party member so that he's not the only one fighting.
Yeah, okay. I think that's reasonable.
I don't know how narrow the thing is.
It's pretty, I mean, it's fairly narrow here, but remember, they're simultaneous movement. Like, they're kind of moving roughly at the same time you are. So if you want to push in and force your way into the room, I'm okay with that.
All right. And I'll EOT there?
Yep, that works. You've essentially entered melee at that point.
Yep.
Okay, Grax.
Can I move up here, Adam, since I had to move into melee?
Yes.
Like right there?
Yep, you sure can.
Oops. Hey, more. Okay, now EOT.
Okay, Vether. I forget how many segments exactly you get, but you're, is it 3 or 2 for you?
I think it's 2. I think I only moved 2. Did I move 2 or 3?
Okay, no, you're good. If it's 2, I think you're all set. So, yeah, but you would get successive... So everybody's done acting, essentially, at this point. So, Vether and Locke, you guys can essentially finish your moves.
Okay. I'm just going to move behind Vether. It looks like he's been...
So, I'll ask Vether, is it your intention to move in and enter the melee?
Yep.
Okay, so just move your... I'm going to just put you, like, right there, and we're going to assume you're right on the edge, but you're in the melee blob.
Okay.
And Locke, your intention is essentially to not be in the melee, right? You're still stuck in the narrow corridor.
Well, yeah, I mean, my intention would be to get in melee if I could, but I believe you would say I can't.
I would say not on this turn because, yeah, the number of people that have pushed through this really narrow opening, I would say you wouldn't be able to get there on this turn.
Okay. Vether, EOT.
All right, and that puts us back to declare.
I got Walking Dead. I thought I put everything in for my mace.
Happening all the time now.
Yeah, just try redeclaring it.
Yeah, and again, like I said, if you go up into the upper right into collections, you can put declare menu fast in bar, and then you can try that and see if that helps.
Let's see. Let's try it again.
Okay, that time it went through.
Melee. There we go.
All right,
It's working.
Looks like we've got everyone.
All right, Cracks, show them how it's done.
There it is.
Well, ooh, it should be the 5, but I'm guessing because of the lag.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
So when I do this, though, I think it's going to take the 1, right?
It will, yeah.
So I'm just going to move them to the bottom then.
Yeah. And I'm going to EOT, until I can actually move.
Okay, Elroy.
All right, I'm turning, so I'm going to do special ability. Turn undead. Payload!
So you can see I did throw in a little thing so everybody can see he attempts a turn check, at least.
Oh, okay, nice. Yes, this is successful, Elroy, as you notice all of the skeletons get ready to flee.
Huzzah!
3 attacks.
I'll EOT.
Bashes. Batter up.
Okay, now when they start to flee, that's immediate, right? So the free attacks would begin right now? Or do we wait
Yeah.
for their turn to flee?
Yeah, we gotta wait till their turn, and if anyone takes a swipe at them before they run,
They don't turn.
they hit, then that one can stick around and attack.
But the debuff, the fleeing debuff, that gets applied right away, right?
That is correct. Yeah, because they're in effect fleeing now, but not staying still.
Okay,
But
fair enough. So Vether, I would say you notice pretty obviously that all these skeletons are getting ready to flee. You've seen, all of your companions seem to be able to have this ability, so I think you're pretty familiar with it at this point. Would you like to attack one of them, or are you holding off, or what would you like to do?
I'm going to hold off.
Okay, so essentially that's changing.
As a matter of fact, what I would rather do at this point is switch out my weapon, and I'm not going to attack this round. I'm going to switch out my weapon this round.
Okay.
When he changes his action, he goes on low initiative, and then switches out his weapon on low initiative, so he's good.
Okay, fair enough. So go ahead and EOT there, Vether, and then we move to Grax, and it'll be the same question to you. You're seeing them flee. What are you doing?
I'm going to wait until they turn fully, and then I'll hit them with mace. So I'll EOT for now.
Okay, and then they all will run. So now each of you only gets one attack, right? So I will say we'll just go in order. So Elroy, you're there, but do you have a weapon in hand?
No, I don't. I had to drop the torch in order to grab my holy symbol. So I do not. If you could put a torch on the floor, I don't have a weapon in hand.
So I believe that means you don't get a free attack then, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, perfect. So I'll grab that torch, but we'll move then to Vether. So you're switching out your weapon, so I think you don't get a free attack as well. So
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect. So then Grax, you can choose your target.
Okay. Attack. I just hit the attack button. There it is. Mace.
The new mace. Is it +4?
It is not.
That would be cool, though.
All right, just is it +1 +4 versus?
So
right.
just want to make sure Oh, that's right. Light is in the player menu. I was looking. I'm like, why do I not see light? Okay, so I'm going to set torch.
Oh, you know what? It looks like it didn't pick up fleeing correctly, because their regular AC is 7, and I think these should have an AC 10. Now, I think he still misses with a 9. Oh, I see. There's the +4 for fleeing. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
We're good?
Yeah. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you rolled a 5.
So unless
yeah.
it has another plus.
Yeah. But even then.
Plus mace, it would have been higher.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. So they're moving off. Can I now move past Vether and get into the ring?
Can I see where they moved to?
Yes, you notice they all move in this direction through this narrow passage.
Okay.
So yes, Locke, as they all flee, you can. I think you moved and low, or you waited to the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially we're at the end of the round at this point. We'd be back to declare.
Do we need to declare?
Yes.
All right.
So I'll complete my movement right here.
I'm gonna retrieve the torch from the floor. What does that take? I'll just declare it.
Is there a dagger on the floor?
You do not see one on a quick glance.
It would be glowing too, I think.
All right.
Actually, right. I'm gonna declare that. Okay.
All right, and so we're declaring?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I think I just want to move in a little bit.
So I just double checked the chart here. Pickup item from floor is delayed.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we have everybody.
Wow.
Nice, Grex.
Grax has got it going on.
Indeed. Okay, so
Yeehaw.
yeah, so it's going to move right to Elroy then.
So I'm delayed picking up the torch before I move, so I guess I EOT.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'm just going to move into about here. And I'm going to EOT and wait with my mason shield in hand, looking for enemies.
I'm stuck. I can't move in.
All right, let me scoot you on in there.
And anyone that did have strength drain, just make sure you've got your strength back on your sheet. By the way.
As it
Mine's
is.
fixed.
Yep,
Okay.
I fixed that for LMR as well, but of course he doesn't need it at the moment.
Yeah. All right. So can I light my torch?
Sure.
Okay. There we go. Torch is lit. EOT.
All right, now
Well,
that
I
there
still haven't moved.
Hold on.
now that there are 3 sources of light in
Yeah.
the room, you can clearly see the outline of a shadow trying to share
Whoa.
Locke's shadow.
Yeah, I figured. Why do they love me so much?
Because you were just so close to where they come in. So,
Yeah, exactly.
but Elroy, I think you said you still had a move left.
I did still have move left, and I, at that point, have not seen the thing, or have I?
I would say you have, right? Because Locke has lit his torch and you're acting after Locke.
Yeah, okay, then I'm gonna drop the torch again to keep the light in here, and I'll pull the magic sword.
Okay.
So, we got a live one, guys.
All right. Flock
We are
starts
back to declare.
right again. Like,
Now, am I close enough to be in melee at this point, or do I have to move into it?
No, I think you're close enough. You're within 10 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, give the declare fast a try. It's if you run into any of those data missing errors, because I'm just going to use that for right now because it is annoyingly happening.
I meant to try that last time and I forgot, but it worked for me this time, the regular one. So yeah, I'll try that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's been working for me too.
Okay.
Light a candle. I'm trying to remember what kind that is. Let's see. It's probably similar to light a torch, right? So complex.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a flame going already.
No, well, he's got a lantern that's enclosed.
I can attack with a lantern.
He can, I see.
Yeah, so he can't light it there. So
Oh, I
he's-
dropped the torch on the floor.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that'd work. Probably still a major action though.
All right. So
Anybody gonna try to turn? Grax, you're the one that should turn. All right.
So
Everybody
I've got
declared?
3 declared. So Vether, I think you just need. I don't know what would that count as light a torch. What one should he pick for that?
Yeah, so he could just do complex activity and then light a candle.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Vether, if you don't mind, just go ahead and declare complex activity.
Let me know when everyone's declared for initiative.
All right. Everybody is now declared. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Okay.
Ah,
So he is the fastest to act. All right.
Yep.
So the shadow is going to attempt to touch you here, Locke.
Oh yeah.
But it is
Bad touch.
unsuccessful. And Locke, it is your turn.
All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and do this. All right, so I guess that's going to be
One hit point.
point of damage, if
So
you
that
can.
was touching with a flame?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh, we got him last time.
Well, yeah.
I was gonna say one and done, but it was more like one and one and one and one and one and one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure. I apologize.
All
right, Elroy. You can get him. Go get him. Go get him.
Hit the shadow.
The blade crashes into the column here, unable to penetrate into the shadow's body. Cracks.
All right.
Let's not spend a whole other game killing one shadow.
Yeah, no kidding. There you go. So was it
As
magical or
you
not?
Yeah.
attack with the mace, you realize this mace is very effective against the shadow.
Very good. Now he did not add any bonus for the magic, so if it takes more damage,
I will apply that additional damage.
thank you.
And this means the mace is now locked to Grax, so I'm going to go ahead and grant the EXP for that.
Yep.
Sweet. Did Vither hold his action? Or?
He's lighting.
What's the light a candle?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like...
If you got a high dex, you could actually pick up the torch I dropped on the ground and do a two weapon flame attack. No point in trying to turn it, I guess.
No, let's just kill it. If it runs off, we might have a hard time killing it.
Yeah.
Pissing it down.
I mean,
We got a couple good hits. You get a hit, and it'll probably put it out with your
see.
strength.
I did a 19 to earn it, so.
So let me know when we're ready for initiative.
I'm done.
And
Yep, we're just giving a moment for Vither here to declare.
You know, I had added a candle last time, but it's gone now.
From your character sheet?
Well, it's not in the menu, and well,
Yeah, it is the bottom option. I'm trying to remember, were they in the menu before?
yeah.
only if you added it. But yeah, if he had added it, it should be there. I don't know how it would get deleted.
It's still on the character sheet, so yeah, you would expect it to be there.
Oh, so it's not showing up in the attack menu?
Right.
But you're
Got it.
on declare right now anyway, right?
Oh yeah, just
Right,
declare.
but you have to choose a weapon when you declare.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just
gotcha.
declare. Yeah, just declare anything else, or just use that declare menu fast, and it won't ask you for a weapon.
Oh,
So just use that declare menu fast, and it won't ask you for a weapon. Okay.
We are good to go.
All right, Grex.
That's three ones in a row. Making it more
So
exciting.
Locke, I don't see your turn on here, but I did see you declare. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So just let me throw my parry icon. I don't know why that didn't show up, but there it is.
All right, so I'll just put you in the initiative order for there. Okay, so now that everybody's truly in the melee and it's been struck and hit by opponents with magical weapons, it is actually going to choose one of the targets that's hit it with a magical weapon.
that's only Grax.
I thought you hit it as well, Elroy, right?
I have not hit anything.
He swung at it. He swung at it.
Yeah.
I thought you actually hit it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I rolled. I rolled. I got an 8.
You rolled
total.
an 8. Yeah.
I missed.
All right, my bad then. Yes, Grax.
You can still
it is-
attack me, but I definitely am not
no,
impressed.
That was the logic,
Yeah,
because he's going after the person that hurt him. So yeah, he's going after Grax.
Well, I'll bring more pain.
He does manage to grasp onto you here, Grax, dealing 5 points of damage and draining 1 point of strength.
Oh, is it nice?
Not at all.
Big hit.
Elroy.
Hey, Lord!
He's
Is it the fact that he's in a shadow? Like he's actually in a shadow from the column. Is that? Can I still click him and it's okay?
Yeah.
You managed to connect this time, yes, and you see much of that darkness that's getting pushed away from the creature of Ether. Hits it with the candle. It is still here, just a sliver of its former self. Grax.
Come on, buddy. This is it.
Oh,
But the mace misses.
Oof. I didn't put another +1 in there, but I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah.
I think you would need 3 more to hit it at that point.
Oh yeah, you didn't need to add me. When you parry, you just don't show up in the turn order.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't see it, and I figured, well, it's missing, so I'll just add him. Okay,
Yeah.
we are back to declare.
And again, declare menu fast. Won't ask you for
okay. I've declared.
All right, here we go. That's everybody. Here comes initiative.
Ah,
There you go.
Uh-huh.
look at tipsy. All right.
Starting
Okay.
the clock.
Here we go. Touchy. All right.
And yes, the flame
Nice.
manages to destroy what is remaining of the shadow.
Should have done that last round.
Well, if I had hit it, it would have put it down too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do I know what plus this is, or does we have to wait? Okay.
I don't think you automatically know. So you just know it is magical because it was certainly
Okay.
effective against the shadow.
Yeah, usually once you use a weapon, if it's just a plus, if it's just a matter of the plus, they'll usually know what the plus is, but they won't know any other, and any other features to it.
Let me go look
This
and
is
see
a
where they
mace
fled
plus
to.
1.
There you go.
All right. Good. I just
All
wanted
right.
to plug it in. It's
I know.
I'm gonna pick up the
Where,
torch I dropped.
I know where I don't want to stand next to next time.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you guys have a moment to breathe and you look around this room, I know you guys got this description once before, but let me go ahead and give it to you again because it's been a few weeks. This impressive mausoleum stretches beneath a 20-foot high vaulted ceiling upheld by pillars. At the north end stands an imposing statue of a warrior in plate armor that reaches nearly to the ceiling. The armor and the pommel of the carved sword bear the ancient Holzanger family crest. Behind the statue is an intact sarcophagus. At the opposite end of the chamber, where the statue is looking, is a tall, carved stone door.
And so this thing in the floor is a door.
It is, yes, it is a tall, carved stone door.
And just looking at it, does it appear to just be lying on the floor, or like you're
No, that
supposed?
is the wall. So as you look at it, you can see it is a tall,
This is
carved. So essentially, you realize you need to get closer and take a look at this to learn much more about it.
Okay, I'll point it out to Elroy. Hey, look. It looks like a stone door on the floor. Oh, that's a sarcophagus. Where the statue is looking is a stone door?
Yeah, so it's a little bit difficult to interpret, but this right here is what they're calling a tall carved stone door. Now, obviously, from technical perspective here, you don't see the little door icon, so that might tip you off a little bit. But yeah, so if you want to get closer and take a look at it, you might be able to learn more or figure something else out here.
Can we make it shadow-proof? I don't know. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go look at the stone sarcophagus.
And Elroy, I presume, I think I heard you say you picked your torch back up, right? So I get rid of this one on the ground?
Yes.
Yes, I picked it up.
Okay, we will move that off map for now.
So does the door have engravings on it, or?
So as you get closer to this door, Elroy, you realize that it's not truly a door. It is simply a carving, but it is a very elaborate carving on the wall here. It is decorated with motifs representing Neril and the river Styx. You don't recognize too much about this. However, oh, actually, no, you're a cleric as well. So, right, I would say, yes, this is intended to represent essentially an entrance into the underworld of the afterlife.
Great.
Can I do a scan and a search on it?
You can, yes.
Been too much. I mean, we should do a room check, I think.
Yeah, Grax wants to use his stone cutting on the carving of the door and the statue.
And the sarcophagus, maybe? And sarcophagus?
And the sarcophagus, yep.
Remember, skeletons are coming back.
Yeah. How many of them?
5.
Okay. Grax, when they come back, you should be the one to turn them. I think you're... What do you need, like a 6 or something to turn them?
7, I think.
Okay. So in the interest of time here, well, actually, Elroy, you're the one that can go off and just beat them down, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how much longer they're turned. You want me to go check it out?
Let's see. It's been 3-4 rounds. Now, let's, when they scrabble back over, why don't we have Grax turn them and then beat them
and then
down.
we can all attack. Keep weapons in your hands so we can attack.
Okay.
I'll get a wound back. Wait 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Hit point back, yeah.
Yeah, but let's see.
Did we do a room search yet, or
You did, yeah. So
okay.
So as you guys take some time searching around this area, seeing what you can find, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary other than what has already been indicated to you in this room.
Okay.
And the sarcophagus has a lid that can be pushed to remove.
As you examine the sarcophagus, you'd have to get closer to it there, Locke. But yes, if you're willing to get up close to it and examine it, it does indeed have a lid. It looks like it was sealed with mortar, but that was chipped out at some point in time.
Interesting.
Did Grax do the expert miner thing on the southern doors?
He did, yes.
Gotcha.
All right. So before we play with the sarcophagus, do we want to
Wait for the skeletons to come back?
Yeah.
Sorry, one other thing, let me point this out real quick. I'm not sure why they didn't include this in the room description, but it might be kind of important. This door here is barred and wedged shut with spikes from this side. You do notice that there are gaps in it, so if you want to put your face and peek through, you could do that, but it is certainly sealed from sort of physical moving through it.
Yeah, and that's I think Flint had checked there and saw like bones.
Yes, that's right.
And so
Well, the 5 skeletons should be back any time now.
well, let's go meet them and just take care of that. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I just the issue is the longer we stay here, the faster the next shadow is going to show up.
You want me to go through this gap here?
Yeah.
The next shadow?
We're hoping. Yeah. Yeah, that shadow that we just fought was not here previously.
I see some stairs going up or down.
Down.
Yeah.
These
Okay,
stairs
so
go
they're
down here.
So Elroy, as you enter this area, you notice that sort of destruction in the northwest corner. This chamber looks as if it may have been the entrance to the catacombs long ago. The passage to the surface, if that's where it led, is entirely collapsed, and nothing remains except rubble and rusted, broken mining tools.
Oh, mining.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can see any skeletons. Looks like a
Grax-
long hallway.
Grax, as you are in this area as well, based on your background being a dwarf and being familiar with construction and that sort of stuff, you can tell that this tunnel was purposely collapsed many years ago from this side.
All right, you want me to peer around the corner?
I think it's worth curing Grax. Or Grax curing yourself.
I get a hit point back.
Yeah, but we're not resting right now, and I think we're going to keep going here. And I'm just worried if we get into combat and you get tagged again, it's not worth the 1 hit point.
I just wanted to put
The 2 doors I'm seeing are closed.
okay.
Yes.
All right, so I didn't get a hit point back yet. I just want to make sure.
Correct, because you have to basically rest for the 10 minutes to get that back.
All right, I'm going to cast. I'll cast one of my cures, and since we have time, I'll use one of the slower ones to protect from evil cure.
Yeah.
All right, I got 4 back.
Good. So you're 1 down, right?
Well, the
Yeah, not a
skeletons
big
must have
deal.
gone down the stairs, so I'm gonna see if I can see anything.
Okay.
So they must have operated doors.
You enter this room here, Elroy, looking around, and yes, the room appears to be empty except for these 2 doors.
Do I see the rubble from the door that is the one that's been barred from the other side?
There's not much in the way of rubble on this side, but you certainly recognize this as the door that's barred from the other side.
Okay.
Are there bones in front of it? Or, yeah, bones in front.
There are not.
Oh, okay. So that's where those skeletons came from then.
Yeah. Well, I
So
didn't know skeletons could operate doors.
Yeah.
Bonus fingers.
Interesting.
Do we want to leave the sarcophagus room now, or go back and deal with it?
Go down and make sure they're not in that corner. Can you see that corner?
Pretty close, but all right. I see no skeletons in this room.
Okay. So then clearly they've got to have gone through that one door.
Door to the south.
Now, there's no spikes in that door? Or is that just a normal door?
The door to the south?
Yeah.
That's correct.
You want to spike it?
Which way does it open?
Looks like it opens inward.
Toward us?
No, away from you.
Okay. Then you can't spike it then.
Well, you could still spike it, but it wouldn't do much.
You spike it from the way direction that it does. That's in my theory. I don't think that works, man.
No.
I can go listen though.
Yeah.
Okay, Elroy, as you begin to approach the door, I'm going to ask you to stop there. You're moving. You're not doing anything intentionally to try to remain quiet here, so you're making obviously some noise. As you do, you notice the door is suddenly opened from the other side.
Typical.
Standing in the doorway here is a creature that you have not seen before. Behind it seems to be a legion of skeletons.
What the heck is that?
And this is where we'll go ahead and start another round here, guys. Actually, based on timing, why don't we go ahead and pause our 15-minute break, and then we'll start the combat on the other side. So, 15-minute break.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, folks, we are back for the second half of our session here. The group has just encountered an enemy they have not encountered before as they are moving through this mausoleum/catacombs type of area. Let's see what happens. Alright, team, so as the door is opened and this creature stands before you with this legion of skeletons behind him, we are going to go ahead and get into initiative order.
You said him.
Yeah, really. It didn't look like a him. Looked like a scary.
It is humanoid shaped. You might say somewhat undeadish features, leaning towards the soft. That image might be more representative of the female form, but yes, it is a him.
All right, Grax, give it a try.
Is it safe to say that we're not in melee right now?
I'm assuming that you are not in melee right now.
Thank you.
Now, don't they have to be able to see me? Most of those skeletons aren't in here yet. Do we want to just try to hold the door and then fight them? I think if we can hold the door, that's what we should do.
We're not closing the door?
Well, we can close it. I mean, it'll stay. They opened it, so.
Yeah. Well, Elroy would have to hold the door if we're doing that.
Oh, they opened the door.
They opened it, and it opens in. So it opens toward them. So we're not going to be able to grab that door, reach past them. Hey, let me have that door. So we're closing the door. It didn't open our way.
I'm coming back to y'all.
Okay, so Tom's saying no. He doesn't want to.
All right, so we should hold. All right, let's hold the stairs then. Then we can get them in and see if a turn will work. We get like 3 different people to give it a shot.
Now, are the chairs steep enough to where my charge is going to end like right at on the bottom steps, or?
I mean, it's just a small incline, so I think the way charge works is if it's a small incline, you're okay, but unless it's a harsh incline. So yeah, I would say you're good there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to go past them because they have the better AC.
I think you can go past them with a charge, but there's not much space back there, obviously, to go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys think I should declare a turn? Locke, you think I should declare a turn this round,
yes.
Or wait?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, we're probably gonna, they've got a skeleton there, so it's gonna fall into that, sort of deal. So, all right. So I'm going to declare here.
Alrighty, I've got a couple declares, so waiting on a couple more.
Are we in melee, or do I have to enter melee?
You would have to enter melee.
Yeah. So you should be moved.
Hold the stairs.
I'm coming back to you.
So if Ether, you take up point here, and Elroy, you're here, then it looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, that way I can heal from behind or sling bullets or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Grex.
We need ready for the initiative. All right, there it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Elroy, you are first to act.
All right.
Run away. Bravely run away.
And I guess I'll turn my position to face. I'll be facing. Basically, I'll spin and turn around.
Okay.
Does anybody recognize what kind of creature that is? And I'll EOT. Actually, I don't see that it showed up for me to EOT too.
Let me make sure ITP is working.
Yeah, it's stopped right now. So there it goes.
Okay, so the skeletons were delay until they're essentially act after, moving into the end.
Oh my God! Seriously?
This figure is going to move on in. I will give him a segment of movement.
Freaking hell! Can I continue to flee? No.
I honestly, I don't know how the rules on that work.
It's fine.
All right, so that's a segment of movement for him. So I will EOT for him.
God, we're so screwed.
Well, aren't you an elf or something? You're hard to paralyze.
it's a white. It's not good.
Yeah. So Vether, you can move.
I'm entering melee. That's
Yeah.
There's something right there, right?
Yeah. If you move right here, then you can hold the line. And I would definitely keep as you move past me. If I can say,
We should have
keep a hold of your torch because that's how we're going to have to fight this thing. And luckily, I haven't gone yet, so I don't have to drop my torch. Grax, hopefully you can get it turned.
Can I hold my turn, or can I just try to attempt to turn that and then the skeletons later?
Well, you're turning, and then hopefully the skeleton is back where it can't really see you at the top of the steps, and that gives you the ability to turn just it.
All right, here it goes. Bye-bye.
All right, as you channel your turn, Grax, you yes, this does seem to work as you notice the creature begins turning back around.
Thank goodness.
Woo!
All right, go ahead and EOT, Grax.
I was doing the victory dance real quick. There you go.
Okay, lock.
I'm shocked too. That's the first turn it's worked.
So I think, Locke says, I think that means we can get the heck out of here, guys.
All right.
I don't know that it's worth it for us to try to face this thing right now. Without
scary looking as heck.
Well, it's just, I think we just need to be higher level.
Fall back.
Yeah, because otherwise, Vether, you're second level now, but so you won't immediately die. So I'm gonna move here and let's I don't know. I can move 120, right?
So, for staging purposes, just move a segment so we can make sure it rolls out how it should.
All right, so that's a segment. EOT.
Okay, yep. So then I'm going to continue with the other segments of movement. So the creature is turned, so essentially it just turns right around and then continues moving away. So None of you guys, other than Locke, declared, or actually I guess Vether did. Do you have any intention of trying to basically chase up and follow it?
No, of course not.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to assume then that this guy is going to get all of his movement. The skeletons were waiting to act at the end, so they would start moving in a segment at a time.
Yeah, so they would probably get up to us.
Well, and then I'm going to allow you, Locke, if you want to take another segment of movement. Feel free to basically take your segments.
I'll stop here. I don't want to leave the group, and want to make sure that, we all go into the room together, the mausoleum room, whatever it is.
Okay.
And so let's...
basically you're posting up right there. So Vether, you did a move. Do you want to reposition yourself anywhere with your additional segments of movement?
Yeah, if we're backing out, I want to head out.
You certainly could if you wish. You can see the skeletons continuing to get closer to your group. You still have movement left. I mean, technically, Elroy, you did a charge, so I don't think you do. So yeah, I guess.
I don't get another movement.
Okay, fair enough.
So they leave me behind. That's cool.
So
that's and me waiting.
All right. So as you start making your way that way, they would take another segment of movement.
Yeah, I say, Vether, go ahead and move through, and I'll. If I need to, I'll turn these things, on the way out. But I'm going to make sure these guys get out.
Okay, so Locke or Vether, yeah, there you go. All right, and then these guys essentially continue their move until they are all up in your business.
Yeah. At least I can see one to turn it.
Boy, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. He said there's a bunch, but the good news is both of you guys can turn.
All right, so now we are back to the declare part, and feel free to redeclare.
So the charge thing is still on me. That's going to come off after I declare?
Yes.
Alright, what was it? Spell-like ability? It's innate ability.
No. And again, if it gives you a ability data missing error, then you can just use the turn, the declare menu fast.
Oh, it's working good.
Yep.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just me and this shoddy computer that I'm on.
It's weird. It seemed like it was a little bit weird in the beginning, but then since then, yeah, not so bad.
Crack, save the day.
Word and doesn't look whites. Alright. Oh, wait. Never mind. I hit the wrong button because it moves it when I... There we go. No. Oops. He's still doing his victory dance that way.
Elroy, you're going to notice in shock and perhaps horror as you notice that creature re-enters the room, no longer turning.
What?
I'll scream, it's coming back!
It unfortunately
there's
did
another
not
one.
include the skeletons in the initiative, but we know that they're going to go before all you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this. So that would be there. So that's the movement. Vether, you have a movement declared, so go ahead.
Yeah, I think depending on how you guys end up, it might be, well, once you're going to do a turn, right?
Okay, so we've got 4 attacks on Elroy and 3 on Grex. Almost perfectly divided. How do you like that?
Might be worth in the 3 attacks changing your mind and just getting the hell out of there. And
it's too late. They get to attack, and then.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying if you don't take a bunch of damage, you can take the free attacks. That's no problem.
If the turn doesn't work, you mean?
I'm just saying, don't do the turn. Why? Why would you? I mean, I guess you could go.
He's going to close into melee with us if we.
And again, I'm totally fine, but I just want to make sure we're respecting the rule set here. I know this kind of discussion usually is at the declare.
Sorry, right? yeah.
That's true, yeah. Okay, so how do you guys? I will spend a segment asking the guys what they see. Do they tell me that they see the white?
It's back.
I've been screaming that.
Okay, all right, just checking. I say, all right, let's run. And I'll move in this case. And so, so you just tell me.
Unless you're trying to time this so that you don't get too far away from Grax and Elroy, feel free to take all your movement here. And then once we get to Grax and Elroy, if they're choosing to back away, they are engaged with the skeletons, not with this new creature that is approaching. So they can, Vether, same thing. Feel free to take your full move. And then once you're done moving, just go ahead and EOT and we'll go to Grax and Elroy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
How do you? I still don't know how you do that.
The arrow pointing deal?
Yeah.
You can. What he's doing right now is the arrow tool, which is on the left-hand side. It kind of looks like a ruler. If you click on that, it changes to the ruler function. If you're trying to drag a token and map it at the same time, you left-click on a token and move it, and just right-click to drop points down. And then when you let go, everybody else will see as the token moves and show the points that were selected.
Oh, I see. Like That. Oh.
There you
Okay.
go.
Thank you. I've never successfully done that before.
Yeah, no worries. You're not. I've had like 5 different people have that hard time with it. It's not really intuitive, but yeah. Okay, Locke, are you good with your movement?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I keep an eye on Vether, so that he is coming. So I pass you up, Vether, and I say let's wait in the Cheiron room for the other guys.
And Vether, I know you're a little bit slower. Have you taken your full move?
Yeah, I believe so. I think six squares is all I get.
Well, you're 90 feet, right? You can move.
No, I'm slower because I'm encumbered.
Oh, gotcha. So 60 feet.
Correct.
Oh, good. I'm not slower then.
So each of these squares is 5 feet, Vether. So if you have a 60-foot move, you could actually get like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Means I'm going to end up about there.
Yeah, with that narrow tunnel, I would say you could probably get in there. It slows you down a little bit, and then you're good there. Okay, so Grax, your turn.
Well, it sounds like we're running. So
I'm stuck in a wall or
turn and run.
No worries, Vether. I'm going to put you right here to represent that you're still in that little narrow tunnel, not quite out of it yet.
Oh, okay.
So I put the rocket ship on, or
if you are turning and fleeing, yeah. So I think right, you declared, and technically you're on low initiative. So if you change your mind to a flee, can you still do that?
He can. It's just if there were any other timed activities, so then he would go after all the timed activities.
So I think, and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm assuming that means the guy that's approaching to re-enter melee, he would get into the melee.
Yeah, but only at the end of the round. So if you remember, you can enter melee, but it's basically like a full. You spend the whole round entering melee.
Got it.
And so what that guy can do is try to enter melee, and then these guys run off, and it can follow.
Okay, so he's not in melee, and they get to flee. That works.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so,
we get to get attacked a bunch.
By the skeleton,
Yeah.
but not by this guy.
Yeah.
and they'll probably go, random on attacks.
So Grax, what is it that you would like to do?
flee, I guess. Everyone else took off.
So you added the rocket ship, perfect, and then you start
Yeah.
walking away. So now, as far as timing goes on this, I assume it would probably be fair to say, Elroy, are you planning to do the same?
Yes, we're fleeing at the same time.
Okay, so go ahead and add the rocket ship to yourself as well. And yes, this will be random. So there are 8 skeletons at this point. So I'm going to just roll this 8 times.
Rocket ship. Hang on. Let me add the rocket ship.
Yep, you're good. I'm just rolling the fate thing.
Okay. Why am I not seeing a rocket ship?
It's called fleeing on the status marker.
Oh, okay.
Okay, evenly divided again. So 4 and 4. Perfect.
All right, hold on. Status marker.
Yep, no worries. I'll do the attacks on Grax first while you're working on that.
Fleeing. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Grax, you are unhurt as you exit out of there. Okay, Elroy, rocket ship is on. Excellent. Here comes those attacks. One hit for 1 point of damage. Take it.
I'll count myself lucky. So, are we going to be because someone's still in that narrow passageway? Because I've still got movement when I get to down here.
You probably could have passed me in this big room, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think Vether not jammed in the hallway?
He's right on top of Grax at the moment. So yes, that is a bit of a obstructed passage.
Oh, did it?
Okay, so where am I at?
I would say, unless you're trying to forcefully push past them, you could move 1 into the little tunnel. So 1 more square to your east.
Okay, well, I think I might be in front of Grax.
Okay, so I think you're faster than Grax, right, Grax? I think that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
This tunnel is a little bit difficult to navigate, so I'm gonna put you kind of like right in the middle here, Elroy.
Okay. And I have to stop there, even though I have movement left.
Yeah, so you basically push past Grax, get into the tunnel, and now it's kind of jammed up.
Understood.
So I'm going to move us back to declare, and let us see how that goes. Okay.
We still say clear, or is it just?
So at this point, it kind of doesn't matter, though. I'm just theorizing this out, because if they move, you guys move simultaneously. You're going to move before them. Okay. So here's what I'll say, just in the essence of time: don't bother declaring. As you guys make your way out of this tunnel, you will notice, interestingly, as these creatures chase after you, much like before, once they get here, they do not enter the little tunnel. So you notice them kind of go that way and then stop and draw back.
That was the calculus.
So feel free to move yourself into the room of Charon there, guys. I'm going to end our combat round here. And put us back to our not as horrific music.
Yeah. Yeah. He should have played some extra horrific music for that one.
What the heck was that? What was that? Can I wait 10 minutes, guys? Or not?
Yeah, I think we can wait 10 minutes at this point. Let's just kind of mosey over here,
So again, I want to make sure I'm giving you good information based on what you saw. I would say for a fact that creature was the same one that was turned. After it entered that room, it quickly came out and was no longer turned. That is not typical. So there is either something special with this opponent or something special with the room he entered that ended the turn condition.
I'll let them know. Whatever's commanding it is beyond that and turned his ass right back around.
That's possible too. We didn't test turning the skeletons. If we tried to turn them and they were turned as whites instead of skeletons, then that thing is the actual leader, not something behind them. But in either case, I suspect there's some, unholy, altery, stuff back there that,
drum of holy water.
Yeah. So, I don't know that I like that area.
In fact, we missed the chance to check out the sarcophagus by not doing it.
Correct. Yeah. Because we thought, that was a little dead end area over there because we already found the way down. And, we thought, we'll go in and just bash up, a few skeletons, come back in and loot the place. And
did he happen to have like a gnomish dagger on his belt?
You did not see anything like that, no.
Okay. And
I would like to point out, though, they were coming through that door as we were coming up to it. So even if, they might have come up on us through that section anyway, if we were hanging out down there checking out the sarcophagus. So no guarantee they wouldn't have come through that thing after their turn was done and brought the white with them.
Agree.
And also, there's no guarantee there's not something in that sarcophagus.
Even
worse.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly, my thinking is that was what was in there. Because remember, the mortar had been chipped away. And I suspect that something horrible was in the sarcophagus. And I don't know, white's pretty dang horrible.
Yeah.
So I will point out that, one change to the rule set that, is a little nicer is that if you do get drained a level, it's not permanent. You are drained, but it comes back after a week.
If you're alive, that, which made me feel less bad about including this opponent.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah,
just a little less.
But if you're first level and you get tagged by it, then you're toast. Unless you're multi-class, of course. But
well, actually,
do we want to wait in here?
If you're a level 1 human, you can go to level 0, so you're actually not toast, right? Or a half.
Yeah. Correct. Yep, that's right. And so you're okay as a level 1 human. That's right.
But Ether could be hit twice.
Yeah.
Well, once would take him to. Oh, if he's level 2, yeah. I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah. So, maybe when we're 5th level, let's come back and.
I mean, that's crazy. All right. So, do we want to wait here? I don't like this.
Well, I don't know.
For 10
I
minutes, you
could
want
probably
to
go to level 3, but I don't know if I have enough. We have enough coin to train.
I want my hit points back. A hit point back.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't we just hunker down right here and get your hit point back? Now, now I know we said that we would not be going down this this game.
Well, where else is there to go? You know,
Adam. Well, I know, but I'm just trying to make sure.
I am fully prepared for you to go down if that's what you choose.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Does it get easier?
Oh yeah, you know how it is in dungeons.
Well, we're
the
at least
lower you
gonna be
go,
able
the
to find
easier
his-
it gets.
Okay.
well, at least be able to find his lair. Maybe. I mean, if he was going back and forth to the underground, he didn't leave any of his stuff in the jailer's room. So
The question is, did he have any stuff other than what we've, basically found? It looked like if he was staying in the jailer's room, then he didn't really have a place. So I just think, we're,
we haven't gone down the well yet either.
yeah, okay.
Well, no, we killed the bat
Here.
thing. So there might not be anything at the bottom.
We killed one of them.
Yeah, right.
Well, just as a
A bad
reminder,
thing.
you guys did look down there before, and you notice the drop is significantly far down.
Hey, let's go all the way to the 4th level.
Tell me when 10 minutes have passed.
All right,
Yeah,
so it sounds like you guys are hunkering down here and try to let the 10 minutes pass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So I get my point of strength back then?
you will have to roll 2. You lost the point of strength from the shadow, right?
Right.
So I think it's 2d4. Let me find that exact calculation for you. 2d4 times 10.
And they're not rolling fast.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
40 minutes. There you go. Yep, perfect. Okay, so during this rest, as you guys sort of hunker down here, Elroy, you have infravision, so you can see in the dark. Locke, you've stepped out, so you do not spot this. But Elroy, you will notice as to your east, after about 6 minutes into your rest, you see a spectral, sort of bluish-green figure climbs down this ladder and starts walking in this direction.
Can I get out of the way?
You certainly can.
Can I get out? Okay. Something's coming.
All right, and you get out of the way quickly.
Gah,
I'll back up.
Warden's beard. I can't get a rest.
A spectral form's coming, guys.
And
Okay.
you hear that, and Vether, you still have your candle in hand, and you're looking in that direction, I presume. You don't see anything.
Well, I have a torch. Actually, yeah, for 10 minutes, I'd still have a torch.
Oh, is it invisible?
It may just generate heat or something. I don't know. Elroy, you were holding a torch. You might not have.
Yeah, I was holding a torch, but so do I still see it?
You do not. No, after you step back into that corner, losing line of sight on it, and then you go in the corner of the other side, then you step up and you peek that way again, the hallway is completely empty.
It's empty.
Are you sure you saw something?
Positive. A blue spectral form
Close
came
to
back.
Elroy, who's normally a little high strung.
I am high strung.
He is. Yeah.
Give me a couple more minutes, and I'll go check it out.
Move up 1, you're right on top of Ether.
But yes, the rest of the 10 minutes passed without any incident, so if you were hurt in the last battle and haven't been healed, you can restore 1.
Okay. All right. So I guess I will proceed to go check out the spectral form and see if it left any tracks, which of course it wouldn't. Did it, other than the fact that it was a humanoid shape, was there anything else to it that I saw?
You moved away very quickly, but you think what sticks in your head is a strange hat. It was very large and poofy-like, almost like a chef's hat.
Like a chef's hat. He had a chef's hat on. Now, was he going like forward, like walking down, or was he like floating or going backwards? Like
he was walking. Yeah. So basically, right when he got to about here, you quickly ducked behind and lost sight from what he did at that point. But yeah, he was walking as normal. If he wasn't spectral, you would assume like, why is this guy here? You know?
Yeah.
So Locke will share a knowing look with Grax. Chef's hat, I see. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and proceed up to the corner to where I think he went north and peer around the corner if they'll follow me.
Great. Spectral chef.
Yes. You must always watch for spectral. Yeah.
I'll peer around the corner.
Hope he's making ghost pancakes. I like
You
pancakes.
peer around the corner, but don't see anything there, Elroy.
So the staircase ahead, it goes up, right?
It does.
Yeah, into the rubble. And the whole, there's like rubble or like a trapdoor there enclosed in rubble or something.
Is there a door at the back of the rubble or just
in
rubble?
This area, if you will recall, there are these wood beams that are vertical that stretch up to hold the ceiling up, and there's a trap door on the ceiling with a short ladder that leads to it.
Oh.
But I thought we had determined that we felt like there was 1 million pounds of stone or something on the trapdoor.
Yes,
is that true?
And some of you then speculated that this is probably the trapdoor you found in the ruins on the floor.
And if we, kind of do the, sort of geometry right, then, it's probably, we felt like that was the case. So,
okay. So then a spectral form could just go right through that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the ghost or a haunt of someone,
it's still daytime. All right, where are we going?
Let's go look at the stairs down.
All right.
We don't want to go too far without Elamar because, he's kind of our, ringer of, 1890 strength badass fighter. But we're also kind of starved for XP here, so, we got to take some risks.
Are the candles relit in that northern room with the rat statue?
They are still burning.
Yeah.
We lose Vether?
He's behind me.
Okay, there it is.
All right, and as you guys recall, as you approach this, you re-lock to this door.
Yeah.
Grax will listen at the door again, and before he unlocks it.
I'm looking around for a spectral shape.
You do not spot one, Elroy. You listen carefully here, Grax, and only hear silence.
Oh, that's never been good. All right, I'll insert the key and get ready to unlock the door. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna be with my AC.
Elroy, did you hear the spectral person say anything like in Swedish?
Definitely not.
Where's the person here to meet the boulders? Door is open.
All right.
I'll check for tracks.
Yeah, I'll check for tracks. Not that the spectral form would have left any, but
he's right there. I've already checked for Grax, and there he is.
I'm easy to track.
Yeah. Like. All right. No
unable
tracks.
to find any tracks.
All right.
Somebody else needs to take point, man.
It's either you or Vether, so you tell us.
Yeah.
Vether, you interested?
Okay.
Yeah? You want point?
Yeah, he's going.
I will take point.
You are way harder to hit than I am.
All right. So you'll go second rank Elroy, Grax, and then me. All right. What do you think? Should I keep my torch going here?
I'm super paranoid about the stupid shadows and stuff, but we just need to make sure the human at our point can see.
Yeah, he's got a lantern, so he should be at his belt.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my shield up, and I'll have a sword out that's glowing, and I'll have a torch. So let me put that shield up. All right.
I'm gonna douse the torch for now, and I'll get my bow.
Any reason to close and lock this door? We might need to run again. We're good at that.
Yeah, no, I think let's leave the door cracked and unlocked, do you think? Just in case, again, we have to run away.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right, Vither, after you.
All right, so Vither, you notice this is a spiral staircase that continues to go down. I'm assuming the team is descending in the order that you guys are currently on the map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. You manage to descend down these spiral stairs. You notice as you descend, it's approximately a 40-foot drop as you're going through the stairs, walking, and eventually you find yourself on the second floor. All right, Vither, as you're in the lead here, you notice after a small landing, the spiral stairs open into an antechamber. A portion of the floor is formed of grating, and the antechamber has two... okay, I'm going to pause you guys right there.
I hear water running.
Remember, we do have a token lock.
Yes, I actually built my macro in during break, and I just forgot to click it real quick. Okay, so, Vither, as you have stepped there, you have triggered a trap. And this is a particularly brutal trap in the way that it is described. So, I'm going to give you guys the explanation of this here real quick. Okay, so characters at the rear and front of the party must make a saving throw against wands. On a success, you will avoid this damage entirely. So what's happened here, Vither, is you've stepped on a pressure plate and it's caused acid to be expunged near the top of the stairs, and it becomes rushing down the stairs very quickly. So essentially what happens is the people in the front and the back make their saves first. If they're successful, they get out of the way. If they're not, they're going to suffer this damage. Then in addition, the next two closest people, you'll notice there's a penalty if the people don't make their saves. So it's a bit of you're all kind of bumping into one another, so feel free to read that. Once you're ready, Vither and Locke, as the first and last people, can go ahead and give me a saving throw against wands.
Sounds good. And it's going to be a dex save against wand.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great, a dex save.
Okay, so Vither, you have failed, so you will suffer 12 points of acid damage, and you're unable to get out of the way. So Locke, you manage to basically jump backwards as you notice the acid pour out and start running down the stairs. Now, Elroy, I need you to make a save, but you're going to actually have a -2 to this.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to make it anyway, so that's no big deal. All right.
So sure.
I really like these boots.
All right, and it's a dex save against wand with a -2. So do I hit AoE?
No, it'll do the -2. It'll ask you for the mod.
Okay, -2. There you go.
Okay, so Elroy, the acid will also strike into you. You'll suffer that 12 points of damage as well. Now, Grax, because Locke got out of the way, you have an opportunity to back up. So that way's clear for you, so you will make an unmodified save.
Okay. And it's a dex versus wand.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So you click your token, you click the save button. Yeah.
Damn,
Okay.
nice. All right, so yes, you managed to also get out of the way. So Locke and Grax become unscathed by this trap. Vether and Elroy suffer terribly bad damage. You will notice as this occurs, as the acid essentially rides around the spiral staircase, Vether right in front of you, as you're getting scalded by this acid, you will see it hits these grates and begins filtering down below into the grates. And I will now unlock the tokens.
Right. Welcome to the second level.
I'm going back up.
Yeah, me too.
Enough.
Let's go
We
fight
need
the
a thief.
Yeah. Let's
What
go
is this fight now?
White.
Yeah.
At
Give
least
us more white.
So it sounds like the team wants to ascend back to the first level.
Well, we
Well,
just
we heal
need
up.
to
Well, to
cure.
rest-
Yeah, we need to cure the guys.
Rest and wipe off, get a hit point back, and then try to heal.
All right, so
Yeah.
I will move you back to the first level under the assumption that you're just kind of quickly climbing the stairs to get
Yeah.
out of that dangerous area.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, hopefully
it doesn't
we're not dealing with a thing where it resets within 10 minutes because then we're just wasting our time. But
Well, we can stay up here at the top and see if we hear anything. But right?
yeah, I mean, we should stay behind this door, Vether. I think where we can control. There you go. All right, so let's figure out who's curing who.
Well, are we going to wait the 10 minutes?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm going to listen very carefully to the stairs to see if I hear anything that could be resetting. If I hear any fluid running or...
Okay, yeah, and I'll just indicate, keep in mind that you have ascended back 40 feet back up to this level, so you're listening carefully, Elroy, but yep, I will make that check. I just wanted to point that out to you.
Yeah.
No, you do not hear anything that gives you a hint one way or the other.
Okay.
Okay, so your plan here is to wait the 10 minutes. You guys are able to do so, and you don't notice anything odd. So Vether and Elroy can both restore 1 HP.
Okay. So I'm going to cast a cure on myself, and I'm going to use the light spell, I think. Let me...
Okay. And so, so you haven't cast a cure yet, right?
I haven't I've got all 3 of my spells remaining. Who should I cast it on? Vether?
You. Well, you cure you, Grax. Do you have 3 or 4 spells left?
I have 3 left. I used 1 on myself earlier after our encounter with the shadow.
All right, I'm still down 6. So
why don't you use one of your slow ones on Vether?
Yep.
And then let's see how that works. Yeah. So that's only 2.
A great one.
Thank you.
All right.
we're just getting it handed to us this time, aren't we?
Yeah. And
we beat the shadow with only 1 hit. That we're not doing terrible. It's just there's some challenges here for 4 of us.
Well, that was 24 hit points of damage we're needing to cure.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do a dungeon crawl without a thief.
Yep.
It's rough.
Keep in mind, in this edition, elves do have the ability to potentially spot traps, but obviously with Vether going first, that wasn't a possibility.
Gotcha.
Oh. So there's a reason, even though I've never actually detected one before.
All right, so
I should hit Vether, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I got 2 more left.
I've got 2 more also, but mine gets a +1, and Vether's down 10, and I'm down 6.
Yeah.
So Vether, I got you.
You might get a nice big roll.
Well, I can't even see Vether, so I guess I can't.
Oh, here. Let me move out of the way. Go ahead.
There we go. Okay. Cast spell.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And you want me to use one of mine on you, and then
I think so. If I'm going to go back to beginning point.
Yeah. So I will use.
I don't think we should go back down there.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of agreeing with you. But where else is there to go?
Yeah, I mean, we can go fight a white. You know,
We can go out.
Go back. I'd probably level, but do we have enough coin for everyone to train?
Yeah, the amount we have.
I don't think anybody's going to level except the ranger. He basically had about enough, but yeah, there's no way that we've got enough for you to level, man. Like,
I didn't need much. I'm a single class cleric. I only needed like 630 more from the last time I leveled.
And you got XP for the mace, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's like
the XP chart that is the actual one we're using.
Yeah, you want me to reshare the link in Discord?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sure thing.
So yeah, so I see, Grax at 2484. So how much do you need, Grax? 3?
3,001, yeah.
Okay. And he's got us screwed up as of basically today.
Well, not today's. I only added the mace because that was a claim today. But yes, EXP for today is not included yet.
Okay. So now we didn't do much today because we ran away a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, but last session, does this include last session's fighting all those shadows and things?
It does, yes. So you guys got a total of 1,029 from that, which your share was 206.
Yeah. So I don't think we're going up if we leave.
We didn't get any cash, right? That's
125 gold pieces, 25 each off of what's his name?
Well, I don't think we should go down. And if we do go down, I'm not taking point no matter what my AC is because I'm still not a thief.
Okay. Would you be okay going second rank?
I hate going down at all. So no problem.
What about down the well? Like how deep?
No. We're not going down to that goes down multiple levels.
But there might be a stop off point. It might not go just all the way down. It might go down, and then there's like a gap in the wall on the left.
Do we want to enlist help? Maybe try to hire the services of a thief?
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of stuck. We don't have the ability. Nobody took the class.
Right.
And,
well, like I said, keep in mind, elves in this edition do have the ability to spot traps. So as long as the elf, again, on a spiral staircase, it's going to be really hard to spot something when somebody's in front of you, blocking your vision.
Yeah. So let's just be clear. That's a 17% chance. So
17%.
Yeah, that's not going to work. But if we go down quickly enough, I don't think this thing's going to be reset. And so assuming that it even resets, right? So, it could be that it doesn't.
We know to look for it now, at least.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw where you stepped, right, Ether?
I did.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, and so let's not step there. And
it makes sense for only one person, and I guess that's me to go down, and then y'all just if it's clear, then y'all can come down. Right?
Yeah, I mean you've got the hit points to make it through. Even if he rolls pretty high. I don't know what he was rolling for the damage, but okay.
So it's the very end of the steps right before the grate, that 5-foot section. Ether, did I see where he stepped?
Yep.
Yes, that is correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. Are we going back down now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm going very carefully and slowly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got Elroy out front, and then Grax, you're descending with Elroy.
What's the plan? Do we want to?
Yeah. I think Elroy's going to go scout it out, make sure that he doesn't have the trap, that the trap's not reset, and then he's going and we'll listen. If he starts yelling for us to come down and save him, then we'll run down there. But otherwise, he'll come back and let us know the trap is not reset, and we can go down.
Coming back. Why don't you guys just come down?
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm hearing Elroy, you're descending by yourself down the stairs.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. Okay, can I tell where was it the landing that set that trap off, or was I not able to see?
From where you weren't able to see. Vither told you when he stepped in front of the grate, that's where it triggered.
So that's probably this. If I take a 5-foot step now, that's gonna that'll set it off. I'll inspect that area. I'll do a search and see if I can see that a pressure plate is still depressed or anything like that.
Yes, as you search this area carefully, you do indeed detect a pressure plate here. I will go ahead and reveal this on the map now, as this is a trap tile.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll line it in chalk.
It still is depressed?
It is not depressed.
I'll whistle back up the stairs.
All right,
Actually,
that's the signal.
Rest of the team, as you hear the whistle, are you descending?
Now, Grax will start heading down.
Okay, I'll stop them as they come down.
Well, I just want to hear a scent from everybody. So I heard Grax, Locke, are you coming down?
Yes.
Grax, Vither, are you coming down?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys all descend. Let me get you guys all on this map. Okay, you guys are all now down on the stairs.
Okay, so I see a pressure plate. I'll whisper. I see a pressure plate, and it is not depressed. So, and it covers about a 5-foot section of the bottom of the stairs. I think it's possible to jump over it to the grate.
Can we? Is there like a foot on either side? Can we just, without having to, have guys in, banded mail try to be jumping? Toss me. Sorry.
One by one, I'll bring them up into my square, and I'll point out to them where the pressure plate is so they can see.
But Adam, where he has sort of chalked it off, do we have enough room to shimmy by?
Yes. If you're very careful and you're wanting to avoid the specific pressure plate, it's been pointed out to you. Yes, you can avoid it.
Okay. Well, then let's do that.
All right. You want me to try it, and y'all still stay on the staircase, or do you want to go back up?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shimmy past.
I got some chalk. Can you put an outline on the floor?
Yeah. I'm totally gonna mark it with chalk. I've got chalk too. I'll mark it.
So we can assume that's, but just so you guys, those of you that can't see it right now, I've actually revealed a T symbol on the ground, so you know it's trapped, and I'm assuming you know exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll chalk it off and put a ranger sign up there, and I'll squeak past. So I guess can I move myself past it?
You can, yeah.
And then I'll get off the grate so someone else can come.
Okay, as you step there, Elroy, you trigger a second pressure plate.
Yay!
And once again, the acid begins coming down the stairs. So,
seriously?
Yes, this has 2 triggers in this location.
I quit.
With a 5-minute reset. So
yeah.
I was very curious to see how this was going to work.
Elroy retires. If he lives, he retires. He's done.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to go pick another dungeon, Adam, is what we're going to do.
I told you guys, this one's challenging.
For sure. 16, I'm unconscious.
So Grax is out front at this point. So Grax, go ahead and make your save first. This is Juan's reflex.
Oh, yay.
So I didn't, before I stepped there, you didn't roll a scan for me, did you?
I did not, because my assumption is when you scan, that's something you're intentionally doing. Like when you were before the trap, you said, I look here to see if I see anything.
It is. Look out! It is passive.
The scan is passive. Look out! Okay.
Yes.
So let me.
I thought it was passive, but it's whatever you say, man.
No, I'm good with that if it's passive. So let me roll a passive real quick for you.
I'm going to keep my save.
Well, if he succeeds on it, then he would detect it, and nobody would have to make it. So this is a passive scan.
Yep.
So this is different than the search that you did, where you detected it previously. Okay, so I'm sorry, you did not make the scan check.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's a 17% chance. Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we're back where we were. So Grax, I saw you succeeded on your save. So as the acid starts coming down, you got out of the way. Now, out of Vether and Locke, I believe Locke, you were in the back, right?
Correct.
So you would save next.
All right.
And I will unlock the tokens here just so I can put you guys on your own spaces to make this easy. Okay, so Locke, you're going to suffer 16 points of acid damage.
That's crazy.
Yes. And then Vether, because
that refilled
Grax
really
got
fast.
out of the way, you're good to go. No penalty on your save. Go ahead and make your save. And then you guys will have to remind me how once you're below HP, how this works. Okay, so both Vether and Locke are dropping to negatives, and I believe you can go to a certain number of negatives before death, right?
Yeah, -10.
Okay, so you're both totally fine with that then. So Locke, if you want to remove your 16, you would technically be -2, right? And I see Vether is negatives. Okay, now is there any kind of rush to try to heal you before you bleed out?
Yes.
Yeah.
And is that skill based, or is it going to be pretty much you can auto succeed with?
It's auto.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. Is it safe to say you're going to come into the room, like those of you guys that survived? Are you going to grab them and try to pull them into the room? Are you going to try to go back to the stairs and drag them upstairs? What's the plan?
Rax, you tell me, man. I'm obviously making all the wrong decisions.
We're low on heals. I say we bring them back up and like.
Get the hell out. We retire. All right.
Yeah, I can hit them with a couple of heals. You got a couple, and we can get them
going
up and going.
Or stop them from bleeding out. So I bandage Locke. Stop him from bleeding any further. And is Vether at 0 or
Vether?
They're both in the negatives.
Okay, then we'll bandage them both at the same time. Me and Grax.
Okay, so again, because there's no time pressure here, you're not like 1 point away from dying. We will assume that's successful. I heard there's no skill check necessary for this. So we'll assume both people have been bandaged and are not at risk of bleeding out. And you guys are now making your way back upstairs?
I think we need to probably cure them because they're so heavy, right?
Yeah.
Certainly.
And once we get them bandaged, all right, I'll hit a heal on. I got Vether right in front of me.
Do they both have the same? Who's worse off? Can we tell?
They're both exactly the same.
Okay.
I have to say that this is hilarious that the dwarf was super dexterous and evaded both of these.
All right, I got Vether back up to 5.
Okay, I got to see where my boy is.
Thank you.
Okay, I see him now. All right, cast my last spell.
All right. Great. I'll stand up.
You're ambulatory now.
Hey, I found another trap, guys.
Yeah, I guess you did. Okay, let's go upstairs.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm done with this place. Let's go.
All right, you guys make your way back up the stairs.
Dunzo.
Traps defeated.
Yeah.
How did this guy manage to do all that? Like,
now I noticed the tokens don't update for some reason between the screens, so I'll just delete the two of you guys if you want to redrag.
No, I'll just update the hit points. It's not a big deal.
Okay, I'll just pull Vether back on since I already deleted him.
So
my torch is probably out.
Okay. So obviously let's get out of here. I'm gonna
So I have no cures. I'm at max hit points, whatever that's worth. We're bolting with no spells left. Is that right?
pretty much. I mean, but that's what we've got to do.
All right.
So I'm just gonna cure myself.
We can go to the room.
Cure?
We can go to the room. I'm still 10 down. We can go to the room and hold up there.
But it's going to be another 24 hours before.
Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back to town. We are.
I don't want to go back to town.
We can't go down to the second level at the level that we're at, and especially with the number of player characters that we have.
It's a days and a half journey, I believe, back to the town, and I got 5 hit points. Why can't we go back to the room?
I got one more. I got one more cure for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely hit him.
All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Big heals, nice. You're welcome. But I'm out now.
So the clerics that have just recently refreshed their spells, they require now. We need to wait like another. It's going to be another 20. We'll be wherever we are for resting. It's going to be effectively we can't rest and then get spells back for another.
We're going back to town.
Well, we don't have to do that, but we can.
No, yeah, I think we do.
I need a nail.
Yeah, exactly.
Either or.
Because we've got Elamar is pretty good, and clearly
Let's go get Elamar.
We just don't have enough curing capability. We don't have a thief.
There's no guarantee we won't get encounters on the way back to town.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're worried about your hit points, take your potion.
Not now.
I'm just saying, if he doesn't want to leave until he's fully healed, then he should take his potion.
It has nothing to do with my hit points. It has nothing to do with my hit points.
Did you shut yourself behind the door?
He's going back, man.
Adam, can you move him over to us?
He's going back in.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with my hit points. I'm just saying strategically, I think having spells would be good. And we could hold up here, even if it's 24 hours, so what?
Okay, so you're talking about resting in the... Yeah, I guess we can do it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go back to town just because
I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it.
You
mean in real life you don't want to spend a lot of time?
In real life, I don't want to spend a lot of time. Because we've got 20 minutes. And so I just want to make sure that we get our characters back to town here. And then we can make campaign decisions from there.
Great, but don't assume you're just going to make it back to town without an encounter.
I know, and that's what I'm saying is I get it. We may go up and get ourselves into combat just trying to leave this place.
Yeah, but that might be easier than what we've been facing so far. If it's not a white, it's easier.
Well, we were safe in that room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want, we can just go ahead and everybody move back down to the jailer room, and just do a rest. But it's going to be 24 hours, so there's a lot of rest there anyway. But that's fine. All right.
Coming, guys.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Vither to catch up.
Yeah.
Wow. 28 points of trap damage.
That's nuts.
Okay.
No, it was 30. It's 28. It was 24, 30. 24 plus.
What are you talking about?
32. 60 points total.
No, it was 12 and 16. All right. So we go past the zombies.
Yep.
Okay. So can we just move ourselves into the room? Adam?
You can, yeah. You can make your way down there.
Knock on the door so he can unbolt it so we can get in.
And yes, Elamar will do that.
Very good.
That didn't go so well.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything, man.
Yeah.
Oh, tell him about the white and its friends.
All right. So I guess we will wait for a long time, and then we'll take a 4-hour sleep, and then we'll recover spells.
I can't move into the room. I can't. I put up on the door.
Just click the door, it'll open it. Yep.
Yeah. And so we don't actually need to sleep, all that time. I mean, I think we need 8 hours. So, so.
Okay. So a couple of things. So first of all, are you guys barring the door while you're inside?
Hell yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the lock on. So you have barred the door at this point.
Yeah.
And your plan essentially here is to just rest in this room and try to spend a full day recovering, that sort of thing, and recuperating.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and that should help.
We'll cover do the rug in front of the door, the bottom of the door, so no lights coming out.
Yeah.
Bar the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eat some hardtack. Drink some stale water.
I got fresh water. It was fresh when we came in anyway.
Okay, just making some quick rolls and adjustments based on this time frame. So as you guys basically spend an entire day here in this room, you can hear the occasional sound out through the door as you're listening, spending this time, talking with one another, figuring out what your plan is, how to move forward, what is the challenge, all of that sort of thing. You hear some strange sounds, again, sort of that scratching sound. On occasion, you do hear the sound of like wings through the door at one point in time, reminiscent of the sound of the giant vampire bat that you previously fought. However, nothing tries to break through the door, and you guys do manage to spend that entire time here, buckled down, and have that time pass.
Right. Okay. So everyone got your spells prepped?
Do we get a hit point back after 24 hours?
After 24, yes. You actually get 1 per hit die, and then if your con is high, you get more than that, but I don't think you have a con, so you'll get 2 back. Elamar, I don't know what his con is. You can look up the damage, the resting rule is right here. So it's going to be 1 hit point for each hit die plus 1 hit point. So you actually have 3, Veether. And then barbarians, fighters, rangers, and paladins with a con of 17 or greater get an additional hit point. Of the con modifier -2. So basically, I don't know what Elamar's, but he would gain 3.
Yep, that's what I gave him.
Yeah. So, and then he's 16 of 22. I'm thinking maybe Grax, you've got the 4 spells. You want to give him an additional heal before we go?
Sure. All right. Let's give him one of the protection of evil ones. Elamar, you mean, right?
Yeah. All right. That's probably good enough.
Not my best heal, but...
All right.
There you go.
So let's go. And Elroy, again, let's be careful about when we open the door.
Someone else
will
is
listen
more than
at it.
welcome to do it.
So Grax,
Grax is listening.
At the door?
Yep, before we leave. All right, everyone quiet. We're about ready to go.
Yep.
It sounds quiet.
All right. Door's coming open. Anyone want to light a torch? Do it now.
All right, hang on. I'll light one. All right.
All right. Boop. Door's open.
Whoa.
As you get to about this point, Elroy, you notice a chunk of body hooked on one of these hooks hanging from the ceiling in the room to your north.
Is that the one that I'm seeing right there?
It is.
Is that one also hanging?
It is.
Do they look like chunks that we've seen before?
They do, yes.
The ones in front of the door.
Somebody hung them up.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay very close to the wall.
Yeah. Looks good.
And the door's still open?
It is, yep.
Okay. Were they mostly torsos?
Yes.
At least we're not climbing over them anymore.
I wonder who hung them up. Man, it sure is better with 5 people.
Yeah. Where are you going, Elroy? You're going the wrong way.
Are we leaving? I thought we were going down.
Dude, I think we're leaving.
We are not going down.
Yeah, we're not going down. I'm with Ether on this one.
Right.
This is a death trap. I think we need to get back to town. Whoever can train, especially Elamar can train. And then I think we need to have a chat about what we do, because if we can't add more players, then I think, what we end up doing is going on a side adventure and trying to get some XP a different way. Because there's no way we're ready for that stuff. I mean, that's a TPK. Right?
2 more levels would probably be, feel a lot different.
If we kept walking in that room to heal ourselves in that room, no one would be alive. One stupid trap would have killed us all.
You've never liked traps.
No, it's we're not ready for a dungeon full of traps, and we're first level.
Yeah, what's the point of a dungeon without traps?
Yeah, exactly. So we just need the right group, and we can hire some folks and do all that. But I also think we probably need to do some side adventures to before we are ready to go down.
I guess I'm going to head up. Are we stopping? We got a couple minutes.
Wait. Yeah. Just before we leave, should we at least let Elamar know where we're leaving?
Oh, we're taking him with us.
Yeah, he is with us. He's with us. Okay, so
where'd you guys go?
Let's face whatever is going to try to keep us from leaving, okay?
Should we get Elamar up here? Okay, cool.
There he is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'll move up to the next level, go up the stairs.
Okay, so you make your way up the stairway out to the small room down below and find that it is empty as before. We will assume
I guess that's good.
Hanging in the back, essentially.
Okay, I'm looking for where the thingy is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, is there anything different about this room since the last time we were here?
Quick look, no.
Okay. All right. I don't have a torch lit. I guess I put it out, and I'm going to go ahead and let me do my shield again. And I'm going to sneak up and check out the upper level stealthily.
Okay, so you make your way up that halfway stairs, go to the ladder, climb, poking your head out of the opened trapdoor area, and scan around that room just really quickly. And yeah, you don't spot anything.
I'll go up to the next level then.
Okay, you've managed to do so.
Do I see anything through the murder hole, the arrow slit?
You do not. You remember last time you were here, you looked and you saw a bunch of crows all lined up.
You remember that, and it scared me.
Yeah, the wall seemed clear at this point.
I'm going to go ahead and look out through all the arrow slits that I can see and make sure.
Grax will head up.
And is it nighttime?
So you guys spent a full 24 hours down there. So based on what you left off with your 4-hour rest, I would say it's late afternoon at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so Grax, I heard you're ascending. Rest of the team, you're ascending as well?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, you've all managed to ascend.
Get rid of this card then.
Okay, I'm gonna I guess I'll have my short bow out, and I'll go ahead and try to lead us out of here. Oh, could you change it to daytime if it's daytime?
Yes. Hang on a moment.
It's not critical.
Yeah, unless it doesn't matter.
So I showed daylight modes on. You should have light right now.
Yeah, he just wasn't seeing it. Yeah. Oh, and part of it is when you put a torch on, it does change your vision.
Torch on.
Yeah, I know, but when you did previously.
Oh, I don't have vision right now. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, let me fix my vision.
Yeah. You just set it to for vision, and you should be good.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right,
I guess I'm going to lead us out.
As you get out to the courtyard and look around, you'll recall that there was several bodies here before because you guys fought a bunch of those bandits. And
I thought we dragged them up and burned them. Didn't Ether drag them all up to...
Yes, correct. So you don't notice anything here from the remnants of that. So it could have been like splashed blood, could have been, pieces of cloth, something like that discarded. It seems as though the courtyard is clear of any of those types of things.
Oh, wow. Okay. Getting out of here. Anybody want to wax?
Some of us already have, but I do that when I see your ranger sign on pointing at your ears.
Yeah, somebody's got to hear it. Okay. Do I see anything? Doesn't look like I do.
You do not see anything out of the ordinary.
All right. Can we get out of here?
You certainly can, yeah. So you guys are exiting and heading off towards the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys managed to peel away from the Citadel ruins here and find yourself back in the forest on the outskirts.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
So, so we need to try to make as much distance while we have daylight as we can. I wonder if we'll end up in that maze again.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think as much as we can. I mean, maybe even go force march because we've had 24 hours of rest.
You want to go through the dark? Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Just literally force march it and get as far as we can.
Okay.
All right, so we start pushing away from the Scarlet Citadel. Are you taking, I'll put us back on the region map. Is it your intention to take essentially the same path you took to get here?
No, never taken the same path.
All right,
so
give me a rough idea of which way you'd like to go.
Yeah, Tom, you pick it.
That work?
That works for me. Yep, and I'm just pulling up the distance travel rules.
So this time it would have made more sense to not pay the tax since we got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the slowest among you are moving at 60 feet. So if you're moving at a unencumbered, I believe I'm reading this, you can move 12 miles in a day.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right. So you guys move, it looks like 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so you start making your way through the forest here, making progress as best as you can. After that full day of travel, you haven't had any odd encounters, just moving through the forest here. Seems pretty calm. So I think I heard you want to do forced march. That would be movement beyond the 12 miles in a day?
That was kind of what we were thinking. It just looking at the rules here. So then, if we try, so how far at this point does Elroy think we are from, moving at 12 miles per? How far does he think we've got to go?
A little bit more than a day at this rate. Why are we moving this slow? Oh yeah.
The door.
And if you remember the first time you guys came, you did basically like a straight arrow towards it, and this
very fast at short distances.
Not just the door.
Can only waddle so fast.
Yeah. So another 12 miles, right?
15.
About 15, yep.
15. So so it looks like we're gonna have to stop. We can do the 15 tomorrow, but we're gonna end up in the forest by the time we have to stop, and it doesn't make sense to fatigue ourselves to do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like your intention here is to just bunk down for the day and then wake up refreshed and continue on your travel.
Correct. Yeah.
We'll have watches.
Yeah. But after 4 hours, the spellcasters will get up and get their spells back.
We already have our spells back.
Oh, we do. Okay, sorry.
Well,
I'm missing one.
Before we rest, I'm going to go ahead and bring LMR back to max.
Okay.
And then we'll rest. And there's a ranger on each watch. Or there's only 2 watches. Does that work for y'all?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so as you guys spend some time in here. All right, so as you guys are finding a location that seems suitable to rest overnight, and you start, getting things ready, just setting your supplies down, a little clearing, that kind of thing. Elroy and Locke, you're both going to notice smoke rising from the west. Not a significant amount of smoke. You imagine this to be perhaps a campfire.
Yeah, this is going to be that encampment.
Should the 2 rangers go check it out?
No, because we know where it is. It's not.
We can go around it, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, the question is, do we go there in the morning? First thing. If
they're humans, we've got a better chance of not being. We could observe them without being detected ourselves in the dark.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It just seems unnecessarily risky. The question is whether.
I don't think that's the case, right? If there's a fire, your infravision is ruined.
No. I mean, all the way up to where the fire is. So essentially, if you're right now a human right next to a fire, you've got a 20-foot visibility radius.
So he wants to sneak up there.
Yeah, I just want to see who they are.
I think that they're the brigand guy.
That's fine. I don't have to do it. It's in fact, I've made all the wrong decisions. Roy says, so just tell me what to do.
I mean, the question is there any benefit to us prior to us getting to Red Tower to interact with these guys, other than them basically fleecing us, so that we don't have to fight a million of these guys? And
I mean,
again,
if we sneak up on them and you've got a sleep spell, I mean,
no, I'm talking. But I thought that there was a whole encampment of them.
I don't know right now. All I see is
No, remember we talked to Adam about there's like a essentially bandit encampment with like they were going to take us to, if we paid them off and then paid them off again, there's like someplace here other than Red Tower that we could.
Oh, there's another town, you mean?
Yeah, it's not a town, but it's a bandit encampment.
Well,
essentially,
just as an FYI, that thought was if you had essentially aligned yourselves with the bandits, they would have set up shop where they were on the ruins of the Scarlet Citadel, and they could have essentially served as almost like a stop area, supply, refuel, that kind of thing. There certainly could be bandits in the area. Obviously, there's that's always a possibility. But the size of this campfire, I would say you assume it's a small group of individuals based on the size.
Okay, gotcha.
It may have beer.
Yeah, so Elroy, it's your call if you want to sneak over there to take a look. Obviously, with Eleanor's a human, right? So,
well, it's also 9:00 right now, so I'm more than happy to go take a look, and I'd like to sneaking up with Elamir, since we're both half elves and rangers.
So we go. So then you guys would go in the dawn.
Again, sneaking in at night, you can see them; they can't see you, unless they're dead humans. Also,
but Elamar can't see.
Elamir's a half elf, dude.
Okay, that's what I asked. I
didn't hear you ask. I didn't hear you ask the question.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. So why don't you guys go sneak up there and look in and see if we can get some data before the game ends.
We do that.
Okay. So Elroy and Elamar, the two of you guys are approaching a distance, trying to be quiet as you can. As you're moving through the woods here, get perhaps 100 yards or so away from your companions. You notice in a small clearing, not unsimilar to the one that you've chosen here for the night, you can see an old man who is gathering sticks and placing them in a very small fire. And yeah, guys, that's where we'll go ahead and pause there. So we will pick up next week. Feel free to have discussions in Discord about your plans so that we're prepped for next week. If your hope is to, recruit some folks around the village of Red Tower to aid you, that's certainly an option. If you have other thoughts, let's go ahead and discuss those ahead of time. And hopefully we'll be prepared and ready to go for next week.
Good job, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
It's scarier and scarier.
Thanks for the game.
Absolutely.
Adam, staying on just a sec, once you.
Sure. Yep.